I don't know why I started this stream when I was going to eat a granola. Why did I hit start? It sucks. Anyway, I think the title says it all. I drank an energy drink. I shouldn't have done it. I woke up early, had one, and then was drinking water all day long. Took the kids, had the kids all day. Went to, they woke up at 6 in the morning. 8 is when the park opened. So from 8 to 10, took them to the park, came home, gave them a nap, did my little stream, then fed them when we went downstairs. They were up, fed them, took them out again to the park for another 2 hours, and I was tired. And then I have to go to the show tonight, which I just got back from. My wife directed a show. So, oh man. And I made a mistake. I don't know what I was thinking. I know what I was thinking. No, I don't know what I was thinking. And I was at the gas station getting gas. I was like, you know what? I'm gassed. I need to get an energy drink. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Now I'm in trouble. I mean, I'm going to do some cleaning later on, but here we go. Let's see. How was the concert? How was Dave Matthews Band? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I didn't even check. Uh, but I mean, of course they did. I haven't even had time to check the scores today. Oh, geez. Back to 500, my 500 Mets. And here's the thing, the Braves aren't as good as everyone thought they would be. I mean, we could, if we got our act together, we could get a wild card. But it's the Mets. It's never going to happen. Could be worse. Could be the Cubs. We're only one game away from the Cubs. Isn't this weird how it's always the East? East is always the hardest. It's always the hardest. Well, I say always. No, I mean, yeah. Phillies are better than the Dodgers. They're 2 games up on them. I didn't know that. Yeah, we would have been what? Well, we would have been third either way. Yeah, we would have been third either way on any of these divisions, but a lot closer. Doesn't matter. They suck so bad. Did you go back to back, Dave Matthews? Whoa. My wife, did we do back to back? Think we did back to back. No, she did back to back Garth Brooks. Dadgum, I knew that thing was going to make noise. She did back to back Garth Brooks. She went with her sister one night and the next night with me, or vice versa. I took her and then she went with her sister the second night. Back to back Garth Brooks. I don't like country. Garth Brooks puts on a great concert, so that was fine, but wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. Farscape is incredible. I'm on season 3 now. I've really got to talk to Stig about it. Now I'm thinking about just waiting until I finish the whole thing. I saw an episode where my mouth was hanging open at the end of it. It's a pretty dark episode. This was 2002. I am almost positive it came with a parental advisory discretion advised or something. It's not that it was super graphic, but the ending was pretty harsh. And I can't believe they did it. And it was a pretty chilling ending. And they added like another touching ending at the end. I think because the whoever was directing it or producing it or whatever said you can't end it like that. Add something else. It's a pretty dark ending. That's one of the darkest endings for the an episode I've seen, but a pretty dark ending overall. I mean, if they were to do that today, it'd be kind of you've had dark endings on episodes before, but back in 2002, that was a dark ending. Wow, Dave Matthews super fan is what you are. It is season 3. It's the one where they go back and they're looking at that society and they show it to the I can't remember the guy's name with the mask, and he accidentally takes them back to that time. Oh man, it's pretty rough. I because the whole time I'm watching, I'm going, all right, okay, I've seen this type episode before, and then it ended, and I was like, what? I've never seen that. Who made that call? That's a 2024 call. That's you'd see dark turns like that, but not in 2002. You didn't see stuff like that. I bet if I'd have watched, I mean, my mouth was open anyway because I was like, That's a pretty grim ending for an episode in 2002. It would have been unheard of for me to watch something like that. Possibly. It was, I equivalent it to the Superman animated series. They had a scene, and I hate Superman, but my buddy told me, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. So I finally watched it because I think I'd been convinced to watch Batman Beyond. And I thought Batman Beyond was great. I didn't watch it for years because I thought it'd be crap. I thought I was pretty good. And then my buddy goes, you need to watch Superman. So I did. And the scene at the end where the guy gets electrocuted, the death chair, was pretty grim for a cartoon. But I remember liking the Superman cartoon. And then the what was the other one? Then my buddy easily convinced me to watch Justice League. And after that, someone told me to watch Static Shock, and Static Shock was the only, not only DCAU. I did not like Static Shock. And then no one told me to watch the Zeta Project, which is the spinoff of Batman Beyond, and I know why. It's just missing the heart that other shows have. Dark Greetings. Superman: The Quest for Peace is good for the wrong reasons. I don't mind it because I honestly think Christopher Reeves, he does not phone it in, man. He does not phone it in Superman: Quest for Peace. In fact, some of his Clark Kent antics are in the Hall of Fame. Like, of all the Superman movies, the Clark Kent moments in 4 are better than 3 and 2 a little bit. Never mind. No, they're better than 3. 2 has the Niagara Falls scene, which is when he's in the suite with Lois and he takes off his glasses and suddenly straightens up and he's Superman and then puts them back on and becomes, I mean, just transforms just with glasses on. That's probably the best Clark Kent scene. The second best would be in the first one, but the fourth one, really good comedic moments. It's bumbling, but not making him. He's bumbling. He's kind of a bumbling idiot, but not too much. You know, Christopher Reeves is playing Clark Kent the way Clark Kent should be played. No one else has played Clark Kent better. In fact, no one's ever played Superman better. Christopher Reeves is the best one. Don't care what you say, is the best one. But yeah, Quest for Peace, and it's sad. It's sad what happened to that movie. If you heard this behind the scenes on it, they cut the budget. Cheap, cheap, cheap. It's too bad because they really could have made a good movie. They really could have made a good movie. And that was Christopher Reeve's last one. I hate the Man of Steel. I despise the Man of Steel. The DC universe, I'm glad it's dead. The best movie from the DC universe was probably the James Gunn Suicide Squad. That was pretty fun. And shockingly, I like The Flash. Thought The Flash was fun. And everything. Wonder Woman, the first one was okay. Aquaman, the first one was okay. There's some good scenes in 2, but it's not enough to save the movie. Aquaman 2 is funny for wrong reasons and right reasons too. But the first one was okay. It was a little too long and it didn't need 2 supervillains. Black Manta is really the only one I wanted. I didn't want to listen to Ocean Master. The Ocean Master stuff in this one was pretty funny though. And they use the same 2 villains again, but one, well, of course, one's the anti-hero now. I'm trying to think of any other DC movies that I enjoyed. None. None other ones. And I'm a DC fan. Like, I want to cheer. I hated the Batman. It even has Riddler. I've always wanted the Riddler to be in one, and they just make him awful. They just make him awful. So it's just too bad. Too bad. I guessed every Riddler clue in the movie before they described it. I knew exactly what every riddle was. It was child's play. Child's play. And the thing is, there are board games that give you puzzles that are great and that they pay off, because you got the clues, you just need to put them together. That they could have been smarter. That movie was not smart at all or good. It was very long and boring. It's been a while since I've seen it. I don't remember it. I saw it once. I don't even remember I don't like Superman. So no, maybe. I don't know. The only reason I watched Smallville because I like Lex Luthor. I thought he was great. And then when they got rid of him, I hated it and stopped watching. And then I feel like, well, I had to complete it, and I hate myself for having to complete it because, well, Jonathan Kent was really good too in that, and they killed him off too. I mean, it's like every person that was decent they killed off, and then left us with all the boring people we didn't care about. Even though I did watch that Flash episode where I saw the scene where they brought Smallville back. I thought that was fun. Yeah, I love the trilogy. Won't deny it. Reread it again. What was it last year? Whenever. Good stuff. Great stuff. I still, and to be honest, I was going to be fair. I was going to be fair if I didn't like it as much. I promised myself I'm not going to be, like I was trying to give, what was it? Corn Horn a second chance. I really was, but still rubbed me the wrong way. Superman and Lois is a good show. Ends this fall. Okay. Again, I'm not a Superman fan. Just don't like Superman the character. So, like the only reason I started watching Smallville is because my roommate at the time watched Smallville, and then he left. No, Lex Luthor left the shit series, and then he got married, and then I stopped watching it because I didn't care. I only watched it with him, and then I decided, well, I thought there was only one season left. I was like, well, I'll watch that last season, and then I was pissed because there were like 3 more seasons left. I was like, oh no! And out of all those seasons, there's like maybe like 2 episodes that were fun. The rest of it's just garbage. That show was just so bad. But my buddy listens to the podcast Talksville, where they talk through every episode. He tells me a lot of fun stuff. And yeah, like I said, I have nothing against the actor, but I just don't like the character Superman. And Smallville is such a CW show. Such a CW show. And I mean that in a negative way. Although I never watched Green Arrow or any of the new stuff. So maybe they got better at that. But back then the CW was like a um oh, what was it? It was like a, teen drama thing back then. Oh, wait. It's a good question. Okay, no one's going to agree with this. No one's going to agree with this, but I love Adam West. I love that it's campy. It's campy fun, but that's my favorite Batman movie. I'm not even playing. I loved it as a kid for different reasons. I love it as an adult because it's just hilarious. And I just like that very colorful, fun Batman. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Let's say what next? I guess Michael Keaton's Batman. And Batman Returns is great. Batman Forever is good. Two-Face is the only thing I don't like about it. Uh, Tommy Lee Jones, they were told to lighten it up. So he's basically playing the Joker. He's not playing Two-Face. And that's my only gripe with it. I think Val Kilmer did an excellent job. Every time I watch it, I thought, wow, if it wasn't for Michael Keaton, he'd have made a good Bruce Wayne. Um, but Batman Forever and Riddler was fine. I was fine with Jim Carrey as the Riddler. It goes kind of with that world there. Would I've liked to see the Robin Williams, Billy D, Robin Williams, Billy D. Williams team up if that's what it was going to be? Yeah, I think both of them would have been great. I think if they would let Tim Burton do another Batman, that'd have been great. With Damon Wayans as Robin, would I think Damon Wayans was pegged as Robin. Would I would have loved that? I don't know. I don't know what that would have looked like. But like I said, Tim Burton was pretty visionary and everything else, so maybe it would have worked. But I would have loved to have seen it. Like Robin Williams, I can see him playing the Riddler. I can see him play. But is Damon Wayans going to be just cracking jokes left and right? Is that really Dick Grayson? Is he going to be called Dick Grayson? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, well, hello. No, I thought they weren't doing anything else after he died. The voice, Kevin Conroy. That's interesting. No, I haven't heard of that. Yeah, like I said, I like. Um, it's kind of weird because it's whoever plays Bruce Wayne. You know what? Val Kilmer maybe even did a better job. Michael Keaton gave his. I like Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne. He gave it, but it's Michael Keaton. playing Bruce Wayne. It's Michael Keaton with his little quirky sense of humor, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you were to say Michael Keaton's the best Batman, I wouldn't fight you. Adam West is the best Batman. Just to me, he's just great. He's just great. And second would be probably Val Kilmer, then followed closely by Michael Keaton. And then there's no one else. Of course, I don't like George Clooney, like everyone else didn't. Um, of course, I don't like. Christian Bale was awful, awful, and I can't remember the new guy's name. Edward from Twilight. He was. I no. He's just. I don't know. That whole movie just rubbed me wrong, and I love Batman. That's my favorite. And there are some good things in the Batman or whatever. I won't argue with that. I won't argue with that. I think he's great too. My wife, that's his favorite. Oh, I forgot. I actually I like Ben Affleck. You're right. Even though I hate those movies, I did say he was good. He was good. He's a good Batman. Ben Affleck. I hate those movies, but he played Batman slash Bruce Wayne very well. I will admit that. Yep. So he'd be next. He'd be under Keaton, and then no one else. Ben Affleck was the last person to play Batman. I thought well. Hey, hello again, Melissa. How are you? I know twice in one day, right? You know, my buddy CJ would say Kevin Conroy and he's true. He said, well, when you close your eyes and you hear the voice of Batman, whose voice do you hear? And I was like, well, I mean, come on. I grew up on the animated cartoon, but yes, he's just as good at Batman. Um, it's like the Joker, like Mark Hamill's Jokers. Every Joker. Let me think about this before I say it. No, Jared Leto's Joker was terrible, and I didn't like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. So I don't like those two Jokers. The Jokers I do love. I like uh Caesar Romero's Joker, of course, from Batman 66. Jack Nicholson's Joker is excellent. And what's his face? From Dark Knight. Heath Ledger's Joker. They're all great. I thought those were all great performances. Jared Leto's Joker is just dumb. I mean, they didn't get enough screen time, but just he's not good. He's not interesting. He's trying to be a different. I know everyone wants to give their own spin on Joker, but I don't know. I feel like we had the light side, which is Caesar, which is I think is great. Then we had the mix. It's Jack Nicholson being a little quirky, but very menacing. And then you had just the psycho maniac Heath Ledger, which is great. So where do you go now? There's such a wide spectrum now that's been shown. You seem, in my opinion, you should go the way of Jack Nicholson. A little light with a little darkness mixed in. I think that's the perfect mix. Now they go with straight darkness. I sound old when I say that, but it's true. The soundtrack is great too. Good call. I love soundtracks. They are good. I'll check it out. He's a great Batman. I agree with that. Okay, I'll have to check this out. I think Robert Pattinson. I think he's terrible. Is he the worst? I wouldn't call him the worst. Hold on. So now George Clooney is the worst. Yes, he is the worst. Followed by Christian Bale. I really don't like Christian Bale's Batman at all. And the thing is, I love Christian Bale. Well, did you watch the documentary? I thought the documentary on it was really good. Um, I would have liked to have seen it. I can't see. I mean, you got to see a lot of test footage with Nicolas Cage as Superman, which he really wanted to play. So he would have. And Nicolas Cage, when he's on, he's great. He's still like that today. He's still when you roll the dice on a Nicolas Cage film, either it's stupid or it's really good. Pig, excellent. That sounds so stupid. Excellent. What was the other? There's another one where he's in everyone's dream, and we enjoyed that one too. I can't remember what it's called, but we just watched that. And then the incredible weight of incredible talent, some kind of long name. That's great. That was a great movie. There's been a lot of misses too, but there's been some really good. I like his National Treasure movies; those are really good. Con Air, really good. Raising Phoenix, excellent. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. I mean, the best Christmas movie, one of the best Christmas movies ever, is Nicolas Cage, Family Man. If you have never seen that for Christmas, watch Family Man this Christmas, and you'll be like, classic, classic. It's great. It's great. I love that movie. Could watch that every Christmas. I liked him. He's a different version. Um, but I agree. I think Mark Hamill is a great Joker. A great Joker. I'm not interested. I will not see that. I may not even see that when it goes streaming. I did not like that Joker movie at all. I actually hated the Joker movie. I thought it was awful. So that they're doing a part deux or whatever, sorry. I will not go see that in theaters for sure. I may not even watch it streaming. It's just not worth my time. Unless Bruce wants, for a podcast, maybe. Because I've been watching superhero stuff I don't want to see for a podcast, but we'll see. Face Off, excellent. Excellent. A largely forgotten movie, but really good. Castor Troy, Willy's Wonderland. That's the rip off of Five Nights from Freddy's before Five Nights from Freddy's came. Five Nights from Freddy's really good, surprisingly good. Didn't think it was going to be that good. But yes, I think I saw that one. He doesn't speak in it, right? I forgot it, so it must not be that good. But I did see it. Boy, Dark Knight Rises was really bad for me. I really did not like that one. I thought the first one was probably the best one. I did enjoy Dark Knight like everyone else, but I enjoyed the first one a whole lot. The first one maybe surprised me, and I thought the third one was garbage. I thought it was trash. When a prison monk punches you in the back to straighten out your spine, I'm out. I'm out. That's fine. I mean, probably because I didn't like it, right? Really? Whoa. That's so weird. That's so weird. Hi, Soul. How you doing? That's a nice little taco bandito you got there. Yeah, of that Christian Bale one, that was just really good. What's his name? Plays Scarecrow. I thought he did a great job. And Liam Neeson, Ra's al Ghul. I thought that was it caught me because at first I was like, oh come on, and then I watched. I was like, not bad. Dark Knight, fine. I wasn't much for bringing the Joker back, but you got to bring the Joker back. And then the third one, I was so excited for because I wanted to see Bane, but I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. Hello, hello. Yeah, he was supposed to be part of the third movie too, wasn't he? He's supposed to come back. I think he's supposed to have a bigger role in it. If I read right, that was the first one, right? Yeah, that's the best one. Or no, that's the second one? Not that's Batman Begins is the first one. That's a fine one. I like Batman Begins though. There you go. Well, good for Joaquin. Hello, hello. What was I gonna say? Hmm, missed out on a potential game night tonight with a old friend but first time gamer. Would have been fun. Man, I wish I could play games tonight, but oh well. Got to see a Newsies show, which Newsies is fine. I'm not a Newsies fan, but the kids did great. They worked really hard for the few weeks they did it, and they put on a great show. Insult to injury, one of my set pieces from, if anyone doesn't know, right as the pandemic, when they said you can't have more than 250 people in a room because this thing called coronavirus is out there. No one knew anything about it. Right when that was happening, we were going. I was. No one knows this. I was starring in a musical here in town. Starring. Matt never stars in musicals. I'm always ensemble because I want to be. I never star in anything. I don't like doing supporting roles or anything. I want to be ensemble if I have to do one. But this was such a fun show. I auditioned for the lead, got the lead, singing, dancing, all that, worked my booty off, and we had sold out, and there were 264 seats, which is over 250. And so they said, "Well, we can't put on the show." And then the next week they just said, "Hey, we're just going to shelter for 3 weeks." And they said, "Oh, Matt, we'll just shelter for three. We were delaying the show for 3 weeks, then we're putting it on." I was like, "Okay." So we did some pickup practices in between that, and that was it. The show was over. And what added insult to injury is um, when when the time came when they finally gave up and said tear down the set, they asked people to show up. I was the only one who showed up. Not even the director showed up. I was the only one to show up. Everyone else did not show up. And I went, okay. And I spent all Saturday by myself drilling out stuff, taking down the set, lugging it out, sometimes on a little trolley because some of those pieces were big, piece by piece by piece. All the props because we had everything ready, all the costumes. It took me an entire day. I took down everything, and then I sat there on the stage, sang my opening number, bowed, and left. I was on the board. I turned in my 2 weeks. I don't want to ever go back. So sad. But one of the pieces, hold on, I sent someone a picture from my cast. One of the pieces from Newsies, and I found out that the set director was the guy who did How to Succeed. So that's why the piece was there because he went back and he said, I know of a piece we never used. He said that I worked hard on to design. He said, I'm gonna put that in Newsies. And when I walked into the theater, I went, hey, that's my piece. So there I am tonight showing off a piece that was the corporation, the Widget Foundry Corporation insignia that they had on Newsies stage. So I went on stage and took a picture with it. I was like, "Hey, look at this." So yeah, but yeah, would have been lead sing, um, totally cast, about to go on stage. They had to lower all the songs an octave because I couldn't sing that high. I mean, I tried. I was really struggling, and the music director goes, "Do you want me to drop everything by an octave?" I went, "Can you drop it by two?" But he dropped it by one, which helped out a lot. Like the highest one was I don't know if anyone knows how to succeed in business without really trying. Daniel Radcliffe. It was his first time in the US after Harry Potter. He did it, performed it on Broadway here. But there's the gotta get that man, gotta stop that man now. And then I say, there you are. Hey, there's that face that and I can't remember, but I believe in you. That's it. I believe in you. But it was way higher. I believe in you. I was like, I can't do that. And but you had to hold that note, baby. You had to just sell it because yeah, I believe in you, and they got God to stop that man underneath it. Um, and yeah, I was playing a young man 4 years ago. I still was old, and I bought some Just for Men to get the old Fantastic Four, Mister Fantastic white out of my hair. And I auditioned with a bunch of college guys and stuff, and a little bit over college, the guys that probably should have gotten the role, but the director said that I'm the only one that nailed it. I don't know. I do know that that director was shocked that I auditioned for a role, and she said, you're auditioning for a role." And I went, "Yes." She went, "The lead role." I went, "Yes." She went, "Matt, you know this is for a young man." I said, "What are you saying?" And then I said, "Hey, look, I I I don't want it. You can give it to one of these guys." I said, "I just said that if you ever did the show," I said this for like 20 years. "If they ever did the show, I would audition for the lead. So I'm just auditioning for the lead. I'll take anything. Just cast me as anything." I said, "You know me. I'll go back to being ensemble, and I really don't mind." I said, "But I promised myself I would audition for the lead. So this is my audition. You can throw my resume away, And after it was over, supposedly she said he nailed that. So, and thankfully, none of the younger guys who were cast as lower roles were mad at me because I thought they would be. I actually talked to them. I said, "Well, thank you for being part of the show. Thanks for supporting me and whatnot." I said, "Yeah, absolutely, man. Oh yeah, you killed it, man. You killed it." I was like, "Okay," because I thought they'd be like, "Well, this guy gets a role." I would have been like that, maybe. I've been sour, but yeah, I don't know where I was on these comments. Boy, it was a long conversation there that no one cares about. I'm gonna try. There is no one. There is no one who can do that. I don't have any. I'm gonna try to get something going on that Wednesday, you big jerk, because I want to play games too. They're very good. Every time I think they're gonna suck. I thought the first one was gonna be awful and it was great. I thought the second one was gonna be stupid. It was great. So the third one's gonna be great. I'm thinking it's gonna be great. Watch it suck. Thanks. You know why I stopped doing it, right? I said everything I had to say. I don't like repeating myself. I don't like making videos about it again. I am going to write an article next month on the website. My thoughts of why the EU should continue, revised edition 2024. Um, but I thought about making a video, but again, I am repeating a lot of things I said. Maybe later on I'll turn it to a video. But yeah, I mean, because I said all my quotes and everything. I'm someone that just likes to say what I got to say and then move on. But yeah, those are fun. And I mean, what a more civilized age, I tear apart an article that I think is garbage about the EU. It's another misinformation one. So keep a lookout for that coming out next week. Yeah, one and only. One and only. I think it's awful. And it's so sad because the show used to be good and it is boring now. Have you noticed that? There's some good scenes here and there, but I'm looking at my phone now. I'm checking other things online while it's playing in the background. I'm playing solitaire with myself while it's playing. So there's really just boring stuff in it this year. I don't know what's happened with it, but it's horrible. And that was one of my favorite shows. And now I mean it's gotten to the point where yeah, it's kind of like how Walking Dead, the I'm Negan season where appears at the very end for like 5 minutes. That's it. That's when I knew I'm done. Walking Dead sucks. It was a great show and it sucks. Boys did that in season 4. I was like, this is just all right. I don't see anything. I see us just shuffling our feet, dragging it on, coming up with stupid stories. I know they've departed from the source material, which is always a problem when you think you're better than the source material. I don't. I read The Boys a long time ago. I don't remember it that well, but I don't remember any of this. And then my buddy told me they kind of strayed from the comic book from now, so you can tell because now it's just garbage. So I think I don't know. I may watch the rest of it. I'm going to talk to Bruce and see if he's going to watch the rest because I've really lost. It's not exciting. It's not a must watch when it comes on. It's like, I guess I have a few minutes. I'll watch a few minutes. It's sad though. It's a great book. Great book. Not really. I'm kind of burned out on that. Oh, that is kind of interesting though. Oh, look at this super chat. Have you shown me? Yes, I have. I have. Thank you for that. I'll leave that one up for you. Thank you for the super chat. I have seen it with my girls. It was 2 years ago. They were 3. Was it last year? And they were 4. I can't remember. I want to say they were 3, but they sat there through the whole thing. Now is the time to watch it again with them. In fact, Mikey from Saturday Morning Santa Flash is a huge screen, and I'm thinking about watching the original trilogy on it. I don't know if the girls may be in on it, so I may watch that. My boy, I want to bring just because he's my boy. He won't care after a while. He'll want to go play. But I'm thinking I want to see that, and then I'd love to watch and I can watch the Ewok movies on the big screen. I know the girls would love that because it's more surrounded by kids, and of course it has a little girl in it, so it may be time to show them again. I still love those movies. I let someone borrow them who was just like in awe, like because he didn't know they made two Ewok movies, and he's my age. He went, "Did they make?" I said, "Where were you in the '80s?" He went, "Dude, I wasn't watching TV at all." I was like, "Oh, okay." He said, "I didn't know they made Ewok movies." He went, "I'm so excited." I said, "Yeah." And then I gave him the DVD, and I remember he brought it back and went, "Sucked." And I went, "What?" I don't think it was that bad. I mean, I do have a soft spot for those movies because I watched them so much. My dad recorded them when they came on ABC on beta. And so we had those Betamax copies forever. I remember even when we moved to Louisiana, we were still watching those Ewok movies every day. And then the Betamax broke. And then I hadn't seen it since the early 90s. But we watched those for several years until our dad still had that Betamax. There was nothing out in beta anymore, but we still had the Betamax and the beta tapes. And the Ewok movies and there's other things, but those are the only things we would watch because it was on, we'd watch both movies all the time. But when the Betamax broke, finally, there's no way to fix it. We were all bummed because, we didn't have those. And then I think when they came out on DVD, I can't remember when that was. Shortly, it was in the late 2000s, mid 2000s. Whenever it came out in DVD as a 2-for-1, I was like, shut up. So I bought one for Bruce. Bruce bought one for me, and we gave it to each other for Christmas. Though we bought two copies, one for us and one for the other person. We didn't know that, we were getting each other the same present. We opened it up and we laughed at each other. And I gave my extra copy to Zach, another friend of mine who is into board games, but we just haven't, and we're friends, and I see him all the time, but we have never connected. I've never had him over, and I need to do that. There's another guy who told me he's into board games too, and I need to have him over. Thank God. Maybe I do have a game group coming up. But the thing is, though, no, I could have had him over. I don't know. They both got families too, so they can't stay out too late. But I would like to have them over. But anyway, there I go back to board games again. But yes, yes. But it's time to watch it again with them. Um, I don't think they've seen the original trilogy. I would show them, and maybe they would like it. Maybe I want to show my boy because I think he'd be impressed a little bit, but he would be bored during the talking scenes. He just wants to see the action. But the girls may be old enough to watch that trilogy. But I want to go over to Mikey's. I'm serious. I want to. I already told him. I said I want to have a whole day of watching all three movies. And if my wife is ever home on a Saturday where she can watch the kids for once, I'll do it. Well, first off, I'll go play with my buddy Kelly because we've promised each other a game day on a Saturday. And then another, if I ever get another, and then Wes wants me to come over from Prince of the Universe. Folks, I've never seen it, but he has an arcade, a mini arcade in his house. And he's invited me. I'm watching babies every night and all day on Saturdays. And Sundays is never a good day for me. So I can't ever go over to his house, but I want to. So that's another thing I want to do. And I can't take a day off because I'm booked until mid to late September. I love being busy. I love being busy. But it's so funny because when my nephews are out of school, we can take off and play games one day. But now I am busy until they get back into school. That sucks. I cannot believe it. It always works out that way. Same thing when they're on fall break or spring break. It seems like every time that's when I'm booked. When they're on fall break and spring break, when I can actually take a day off and hang out with them, I'm booked. So wild. It's so wild how that happens. No, I have not. Is that Thomas the Train? No. You think season 4 is good? I just don't like it. I think there's so many dead, boring storylines. There's some good stuff there because it's the boys, but it's like I don't know. Like I don't want to ruin anything for people who haven't seen it yet, but All the boys about the boy storylines. Butcher, it used to be good storyline. It just seems like it's going nowhere. Frenchie and everyone else's, who cares? They're going. I don't care about Frenchie's at all. It's so boring. And the mute girl, I can't remember her name. She used to be interesting. She's boring. Everyone's boring. Even the one about what's his name's dad. I just didn't care. I just didn't care. I don't know. I'm trying not to be cynical, but it's just boring now. No, I haven't, but my brother says it's good. I wanted to talk about that in the next civilized age, but we didn't get around to it, but I'll talk about it then. I'm doing well, Travis. We both tried. It was Ghost Sour Apple. It was 2 for $5, so I bought a sour apple and a phase pop at the gas station I was getting gas at, and I downed the sour apple. Oh, I brought it in with me, and kept Granny sipping it until just now. And I was thinking that was a dumb thing to do. Why'd I do that? So, but now I'm up. Um, Phase pop is pretty good. I'll try that one tomorrow. That's in the car still. Got to get it out. Remember to get it out. I understand. I have a response for that. Let me wait, because I may bring that up in the next 2 months away. Civilized age. I think all the boys' plots are just dragging. They're all bad. No, I have not. No, I have not. Have you? I'm kidding. I haven't, but I hear good things. I hear good things. Yep, that was a good time to leave too. That's true. It is. After you're done, watch my reread of it and see what you think. Hello, how are you? Robert Lakowski? Is that it? Have ever read The Weapon of a Jedi? No. Is that a new book? If it's new, probably not. Oh, I've always said this. I think the what Dark Horse did in the Clone Wars was some of the best stuff. I completely agree with that. It was some of the best stuff from comic books at the time. They really nailed the Clone Wars. They really did a good job. It's Republic was at its highest during that. They were, but we've seen this before. They're fine. Those scenes are fine, but we've seen it before. Oh, really? Not well. This is back in the day when it came out. It may be hard to find now. Well, I remember a long time ago. There's a video I first put out when the EU was canceled. Says, hey, let's write our own fiction. But the reason that doesn't work, let me tell you why. The reason that doesn't work, no one's going to agree that your fan fiction is above someone else's. However, if Michael Stackpole said, "Hey guys, I wrote this short story about Corn Horn. It's not canon, but I wanted to give it out there for you." Everyone would accept that universally. So you have to have a name or authority. A long time ago, Jace, we tried to get permission from Lucasfilm. I say we, Twin Suns Foundation did, because they were locked out during COVID, and they wanted to write short stories in the Legends world and put it online free. And we were going to ask authors to donate stories, and that way get more legends, right? And if we would have done that, it doesn't matter if it was official from Lucasfilm to give us the blessing to do those short, e-stories or whatnot, online stories. If we could have got the okay, it wouldn't matter who we got. We could have gotten you and people would have accepted it, right? We would have gotten other authors too, but I imagined a world where we would ask every author if they donate a short story from Legends, you know, and I'm sure a lot of them would have, but we were also going to ask other authors and other just, fans with talent or talented people probably like yourself to write one too. And we had this big plan. And because everything was, it was going to be like an old school adventure journal in a way. But that was the only thing Lucasfilm quickly responded back with no. All of them was let me talk to them and he said, let me talk to my people and let me see. It was always that. Hey guys, let me pass this up and see what they say. But that one, immediate no. Immediate no. We even offered to pay. Offered to pay. The worst thing is that George Lucas directed them. How's that? The best thing was a few things. The Darth Maul fight was great. Um, Yoda fighting Dooku, fun. And then we got the Anakin Obi-Wan fight, which was really good. I'm sure there's a few other good things in there too. But the bad thing is George Lucas directed all three. They're great. They're great. I'm so far behind in these comments. Holy crow. I am a corporate trainer. How you like them apples? I train new hire orientation, system access, system usage, and procedural roles. That's what I do. It's not nosy at all. And that's why I traveled a whole lot back in the day. But because we like to save money, they don't send. I traveled maybe once last year for a couple of days. And I'm not so happy because there's two spots I should have gone this year. And instead, they're having a whole classroom of people in the classroom, but I'm going to be on the big screen because I'm not important. Or these people aren't important enough for me to fly over there. We're there to save money. I think that's so wrong. So, plus, I want to travel again. I want to see everyone. Boy, Gen V was not good either. Gen V, we did a podcast on it, was laughably bad. Like they wanted to be something, but they just didn't have the teeth. Gen V didn't have the teeth. And I know they're going to do lots of spin-offs, but oh man, maybe I'll watch it to season 5. But it's already, it's sad that, in my opinion, it has overstayed its welcome already. But not to everyone, so that's good. Yep, I had him on the channel once or twice. He came on. He's a really good guy. We worked on the same book together separately, but we were part of the book of essays by Sequart, A More Civilized Age. I heard once he read my article, he wanted to write a response to it. At the time, he was all pro new canon, and but the book was celebrating the expanded universe. That's what I was doing. But I was told that he wanted to write another article and let his be the last. But I mean, I don't care. I like the guy fine. I think he's out of Star Wars completely now, but I like him fine. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I'd gladly have him on. I like him. I like Nathan. I mean, the work he did on Star Wars Timeline Gold is good enough, right? Thanks for the super chat, but yeah. What I missed this. What was it? What was the conversation on that one? Is this what you do when you hit Alt Control Delete? Anyway, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I have to tell him that. I made a joke with Ryan the other day. I only text him like once a month to ask him if he can come on at such and such time to record. And I was like, geez, this is the only message I ever send you. I'm going to start sending more texts. He started laughing. So I'll try to text him twice a month. I don't text many people, only when I need something or have something to say, or I'm usually responding to text and sending them. But I felt bad that that's the only conversation we have. So I've talked to him about a few things. But he's a busy guy too. It was great. So great. No, I don't think I have. That's the animated series? No. Bal Jabim was awesome. Oh man, that's another one that I agree with everyone. Season 3 was awful. Season 4, little bit of redemption. Still, though, I felt like it needed to end. And I know season 5's not coming out for what, another 2 years or whatever. Season 1 is the best by far. Season 2, it's good. You know, it's good. Season 3, a whole mess, top to bottom, horrible. And then season 4 is better, but it's on par with season 2. And maybe they stick the landing, but at this point, I don't think they will. I hope they do. But I mean, when a show takes forever and a day to come out, it's been what, how many years? I don't even know. And I know they blame the writer strike and whatever else and delay and scheduling, and I know that's all true. But the thing is, though, every year that goes by, I'm less excited. Again, I'll respond to that. Not in the next Civilized Age, but the one after that, because we didn't have time to talk about it. We were talking about. I took up too much time talking about the article. Hello, hello. First one is excellent. Second one is great, except for the stupid rave scene in their base. That's the dumbest scene. I mean, if they would have taken that scene out, the second movie would have been great. It would have been awesome. I'd actually love the second movie. But when they're like, "Rrr," and they got glow sticks and they're dancing like they're in a club, and I'm like, what? It was the dumbest scene. Not even the architects, meeting at the end is that bad. Yeah, it's not the best way to end the second part of your 3-part story, but man, that rave scene was really stupid. I hate it every time I watch. I'm like, oh, so dumb. It sets off the whole tone. It's not even in the tone of it. It's like you're watching a completely different movie. And the third one, not so good, but thankfully they made a fourth one, which sucks. So the third one is a genius, and the third one has its moments, but it's just not as good. And the fourth one is just horrendous. It is awful. And they say that the director, purposely made the movie bad so they wouldn't ask for any more. But boy, mission achieved. That I don't believe that was the case. I think they thought they had a masterpiece on their hand to be smart and witty, and it's like they got someone who doesn't know about the Matrix to make a Matrix movie. It was really bad, really bad. So disappointed. So excited to see it came out because I love Keanu Reeves. So disappointed when I watched it. I was like, oh, this is bad. When you think Matrix, you're thinking groundbreaking, like some scenes, some awesome action you've never seen before. That fourth movie did nothing. What's up, Newsies? Oh, super chat by Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. Have I seen HOTD? History's already finished. I did see Cody win at WrestleMania. Come here. Yeah, I know, for real. I did see Cody win WrestleMania. I saw that live with Mikey from Saturday Morning Sand Flange at his house. I always watch WrestleMania. Usually I watch Royal Rumble too. Those are the only pay-per-views I watch. I don't watch wrestling anymore. I say I'd like to get back into it, but I don't. I just don't. I don't make the time. And I don't know. There's something about the product today that just doesn't attach to me. But WrestleMania is special, so I always watch WrestleMania. Sometimes watch Royal Rumble. WrestleMania. You want to come say hello? It's a wrestling show. But yeah, I thought I loved it. I loved Cody Rhodes winning. I thought every match except for the match against the brothers. The brothers match was awful. But every other match, spot on awesome. Come here, say hello. Say hey. Here. Oh yeah. You gonna say hello or you just gonna stare at the screen? What's your name?
Piper.
Piper, what'd you do tonight, Piper?
Go to a movie.
Well, a show. Okay, a show. And it was Newsies. Was it good?
Okay.
Really? How do you know? You were sleeping. through the first act. On me. You fell asleep, you goof goof. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Have fun. Okay. Do you want to sing anything from Newsies for everyone? Go ahead. Sing it.
Right here.
Yeah, right there. Ready? Here, go.
A many fine like Harry and the Better Dog. When the Daddy, I'm supposed to start at the beginning. That's
Okay.
like a heard up still my mama. Hey look, it's past a math to do. I thought that I'd surprise my mother. If you can find her, who asked you? A many fine life, Harry and the Better Dog. When the bell rings, news is on a mission, kill the competition all around. Wishes will be out there, Harry and the Butterfree Dog.
That was really good. You did good. I love that. I have no idea what that song was, but good job. Superstar. Superstar. All right, go see Mama. Good job.
I'm playing.
Okay, you gotta be quiet. Oh, did you know Newsies? Is that a song from Newsies? I guess it is. I don't remember.
It's Newsies. I remember.
I know that, and so did Ron Howard. And the movies would have been a lot better if George would have handled the first one, like he did in A New Hope, and then passed it on to Spielberg and Howard, which was the rumor, right? Those were his close friends who were supposed to direct him. Because I think it would have been much better. Much better. I didn't think Gen V was okay. I don't know. They included him. I saw that. And I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling it. Man, I'm getting old and cynical. Maybe so. Shh, 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 shh. You gotta be quiet now. I'll let you sing. That'd be awesome. It never happened, but that'd be awesome. Ghost. Had a Ghost. It's my favorite right now since they don't make Bang. Even though I found some Bang, I found some cherry limeade, blade limeade. I remember liking that okay. But since, and the new flavors that are out, I don't know. My favorites were lemon drop, which they don't make anymore. All my favorites. The blueberry one is gone. The green apple one is gone, I think. They have one of my favorites though. I can't remember which one it is now. Sour Heads was a good one. Sour Heads, but now I drink Ghost when I can. I don't drink that many anymore.
I'll turn that off for you.
Oh, HOTD, House of the Dragon. Thank you, House of the Dragon. No, I haven't. I never watched the King of Thrones, Throne of Kings, Game of Thrones. Obviously, I've never watched it because I can't think of the name right now. I never watched that one.
Daddy can't make my own dream house.
Yeah, probably Kevin J. Anderson for me because he was at every convention, so probably Kevin J. Even though I did get to talk to Dave Wolverton 3 or 4 times in my life, which was really great. But I bet Kevin J. Anderson has been 4 or 5. Love it. I think that Better Call Saul is just as good though. Shockingly, it's just as good as Breaking Bad. Not better, but just as good. Shockingly. And then I thought the El Camino, TV movie on Cinemax or whatever it was not needed. It just what talking about Pink. What was his name? Pinkerton. Pinkerton. That's not it. Jamie. Pink. I don't know. I can't remember now. It was just a long episode of Breaking Bad. It wasn't worth it. That's the only stinker. Everything else has been gold. I would consider him dead. I would consider him dead. I wouldn't want him to come back. because he would have told Yoda, and Yoda would not have kept that a secret. Maybe he dies later on within those 20 years, but I think it's better when the Emperor just kills him because it's signaling the end of the Jedi Order. Oh, okay, next year in the final season. We're good. I never watched it, so I don't know. I hate Ahsoka anyway, so I would have hated watching if it was part of the EU. Yeah, they did it to provoke fan service, and maybe got the oohs and ahs they wanted, but and again, I don't hate anyone who wants to watch the show. I just talked to someone who was telling me he liked certain things from Ahsoka today. Today, I was talking to him about that, and I was like, okay. I mean, it doesn't bother me if you like it. I just don't care. But yeah, yeah. I mean, it was just for fan service, probably so. What's your favorite? That's harsh. I felt like you you knew the ending. No one thought that the sheriff was dead at the end. No one. No one would be that stupid. So you don't. It wasn't really a good moment. They built, and I know the story behind it, but they built up what the two people to be like falling in love, and him finally get over the ex girlfriend, and then they flipped her a lesbian at the very end, and I heard why. But I was like, but you made us care about them getting together this whole time. I thought that was stupid. Why even build up that storyline, that romance between them, which was good because you thought he'd finally forget about Becky or whoever. I can't remember their names anymore. It's been so long. And I thought it ends in the mall, right? With 11 fighting the brother. But why can't the redhead do something? That should be her moment since she and her brother have a closer connection. But 11 has to build up this last minute connection to be the hero again. No, this is where you make the redheaded girl the hero. I just thought nothing paid off in that one. No, I mean, I have a set of the first wave, first three waves of Hasbro. Um, Power of the first green wave was when I stopped. I have all the Shadows of the Empire and all the first wave, and most maybe a lot of third wave of Hasbro figures and vehicles. I used to buy them all, but it just got too expensive for me. So I stopped, and they're all in the box. What do I want to do with them? I mean, they're probably worth a little bit now, but if my boy likes Star Wars, he's going to have one heck of a Merry Christmas one year when I give them all in the box. I mean, action figures and everything. He gets to open them all up. And Dad will play with them. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't I hope it doesn't contradict with Cobra Kai. They're not going to bring any Cobra Kai people into it, which is fine. And Jackie Chan is playing his character from the newer Karate Kid movie. So I do hope they don't destroy the canon of Cobra Kai. And even though I'll be interested, I'll definitely be interested in it. Yes, as long as it doesn't destroy Cobra Kai. But I heard he was filming both the last season of Cobra Kai and Karate Kid on the same. He was filming them both at the same time, and he rapped on both of them. So they're both due out. Karate Kid is what? I hate when they go season finale part one. But I think that's out end of this year and then ends next year, and then Karate Kid comes out next year. Yeah. I forgot what this message was about. I'm so sorry. I run my mouth so much. Excluding Daredevil. No one agrees with me, but of the old Netflix show, it's not even Daredevil. It's Iron Fist. Iron Fist was the best. I really loved Iron Fist. I thought it was great. I'm one of maybe two people. That's including cast members of Iron Fist who thought that was good. I just love the series. Um, of the Marvel series, Loki, Loki, maybe. Uh, Scarlet Witch and Vision. Scarlet Witch and Vision was good. That's not what it was called though. Can't remember, but that was a good one. WandaVision. WandaVision. That's what it was. That was good. Hawkeye was good. Was that it for good ones? And Marvel, I don't think I've liked anything else since then. Werewolf by Night was fun. I like that one. That's probably the last one I enjoyed. Everything else, well, Loki 2 was good. Everything else sucks.
Daddy, look at my Barbie dream house.
I see, Bubba. What series is the most popular film? Isn't your favorite? What? Where isn't your favorite? Um. Okay, so out of Star Wars, I like Return of the Jedi. Oh, you like it too? Yeah, Return of the Jedi is my favorite. Ooh, I wouldn't put Empire below Phantom Menace. I would probably put Jedi. New Hope is a classic. I would put that second, followed closely by Empire. Empire's a solid film. Empire's a solid film. I understand why it's everyone's number one. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with someone who says New Hope's their number one too. Not many people say Return of the Jedi, but I mean that's just the one I remember the most from my childhood, and I love it. And I love it still today. When I saw it in theaters with my nephew like a year or so ago, we stayed up super late. That's probably the last time I drank an energy drink that late. And I looked at him. I said, "I'm simply so dead tired when I go into work tomorrow, but this was worth it because we had to. It got out at midnight. We had to drive 2 hours back, and I was like, it was worth it. Worth it. Great movie. How far am I behind? Can I catch up on this? Oh, jeez. I love that you use the name Wizard there. Good use. Points for that. If Piper likes the dance step. I don't think Piper's ever seen that.
Look, I saw it.
Not Star Wars, Bubba. Would you be? My wife is a huge Beetlejuice fan. We will have to watch that in theaters. I'm not excited because I don't like Beetlejuice. My wife's a huge Beetlejuice fan. I used to, but I don't like there's some taste of Red Bull I just don't like. I have never heard anyone say Miami Cola is one of their favorites, but I do also enjoy Miami Cola. Travis. Cotton candy used to be my wife's favorite. I used to like it too, but it got downgraded. You're a good man that you like lemon drop. That's my favorite. Purple haze. My brother hated purple haze, and I loved it. But Miami Cola, I would drink every once in a while because it reminded me of an old energy drink that I think Miami Cola tastes nasty, by the way. But I would always drink one every once in a while when I'd find one because you even when bangs were big, you hardly find. There was one place in town that had it, and I'd always go by there on purpose and get one every couple of weeks because it just reminded me of that old nasty high caffeinated energy drink that we used to drink all the time before energy drinks. It was a soda that had a lot of caffeine. It was banned in the state of Louisiana and other states. And when only we traveled through this one, I think South Carolina didn't have a ban on it, and we knew about it somehow. And when we saw it, we'd buy them all up and we'd drink them, and they didn't taste good at all. But because they were so highly caffeinated, and it just didn't taste good. But Miami Cola tasted just like it was called Josta, and Miami Cola tastes just like a Josta. And it just sent me back. So every month, probably. I say every 2 weeks, so probably every month now that I think about it. When bangs were big, I'd always drink a Miami Cola. So I have a soft spot in it. But I've never heard anyone say that was their favorites. You're an interesting person, Travis. If only you were a Mets fan too. Every once in a while. I do like Gordon Ramsay. I would watch it more if I had the time, if I made the time, I guess. But I do like Gordon Ramsay. Jesse Pinkman. Yeah, sorry. Samsonite. I was so off. I think they're dead even. I would have said Breaking Bad, but Better Call Saul won me over. I mean, by season 3 or 4, I told my brother, said, I don't know which one is better. I think this is an incredible show. Better Call Saul, a spinoff that is mostly a prequel. I mean, it turns into a sequel later on at the end, but it's mostly a prequel, and it's excellent. It's excellent. I cannot believe there's another lemon drop and Miami Cola in there. That's wonderful. Blue Raz was everyone's favorite. I like Blue Raz fine, not my favorite. Cherry Blade was my buddy Benjamin on Saturday Morning Salmon Flange podcast. That was his favorite. I have a ton of them. I'm going to offer him one when he comes over next week. But cherry blade limeade was fine. I like it fine. I got several in my fridge right now. And I should have brought one with me instead of buying the Ghost. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, for real. They looked really fake, didn't they? No, I have not. No, I have not. Is it good? From a children's. Oh gosh. What's the last children's? Moana. You're welcome. Girls used to watch that a little bit back in the day.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. But I don't know if there's been another one. When they a very short time they watched Encanto, and my favorite song was "Tick Tick Tick Tick" under the pressure song. I thought that was we don't care about Bruno. I don't we don't talk about Bruno. I don't like that one, but the girls did. We don't talk about Bruno. Remember that one? Yeah, she's gonna sing again.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No, I hear Severance is great. I don't know anything about Dark Matter. It's good. When? By who? Wow. No, but I'm gonna watch that's the thing I'm excited about. That and Deadpool come out in July. Both of those movies I'm gonna see. I've seen two movies in theaters. I saw The Labyrinth re-release and I saw something else. And I cannot for the life of me remember. I have to ask my wife what we watched. But the other movie was it was no good. I can't remember what it was. And I may go see Despicable Me 4 with the girls. 4th of July. It's a great movie. I agree. No, shut up. Shut up. I think the Punisher. I think the Punisher was really good. The only thing bad about the Punisher, the only thing bad is, of course, he talks a lot. He has a friend. Punisher doesn't have any friends. I know they have to give him someone to talk to. He can't be just talking to himself the whole time. He's got to have an ensemble. But Punisher works alone. I think John Berthenol was a great Punisher. I really liked it. I think season one was just unbelievably fantastic. The fight with Jigsaw at the end, great, great. I do like a lot of stuff from the Punisher. I thought Luke Cage, the actor, perfect. I would line up every one of those writers and shoot them. They're horrible. They don't know how to write Luke Cage. Why don't you put Luke Cage and Iron Fist just together in a show? Why don't you do that? That's magic. Iron Fist worked good by his own, but season two they should have brought in Luke Cage and just kept them together. Luke Cage, man, I felt bad for the actor. Luke, excellent, excellent actor. Terrible show, terrible show. And what's her face? Jessica Jones. I watched season one, never watched anymore. Cannot stand Jessica Jones. Thought that was horrendous. And what was the other one? It wasn't a Netflix one. It was an ABC one. Agent Carter. Awful, awful, horrendous. But it is Bruce's wife's favorite Marvel show. Interesting. I agree with that. Though yeah. Well, and Brian Daly wrote it. Didn't he write those? No. He wrote Return of the Jedi. No, those radio dramatizations, excellent. I agree with you wholeheartedly. They're excellent. And it has a great funny joke in A New Hope that is not in the movie that I thought was excellent. The one where Jan Dodonna says when Han Solo is about to leave and flee with the money before the Death Star comes, he goes, "I'm sorry, Captain Solo, I don't quite follow you." And Solo says, "If you did, you'd live a lot longer." It's great. It's a great scene. A lot of good stuff in there. A lot of people who love the prequels saw them with them when they were little and they have great memories of them, and that's why they're their favorites. I won't argue that because if you were, I would say 7 years, 8 years older than me, you hate. Hold on, let me think about that. If you're about, well, yeah, 8 to 10 years older than me, you hate Return of the Jedi. You hate Return of the Jedi. By the way, 47, ran up the stairs, 2 steps at a time like a boss, one even winded. Do that every time. Hoorah. It's great. It's a great battle. And the music's good. Oh no, did I get these out of order? Never seen them. Believe it or not, never seen him. Never wanted to see him. No, it wasn't Jolt. Even though I regret not getting Jolt when Dollar General brought it. But did you hear this? Dollar General brought it back a few years ago. Jolt Cola. I didn't even know that until it was gone. But Dollar General brought it back. That's so smart. They should do that again. They should bring back exclusive sodas. Like Surge was, I don't know if it still is, but it was exclusive to Burger King. I didn't believe so until I went to the Burger King. I never go to Burger King because I hate Burger King, but they had Surge. I was like, shut up. I wish more people would do that. Bring these exclusive sodas. Like for a little while, even though I never got it and I regret it, Little Caesars had a Pepsi pineapple drink. You could only buy it at Little Caesars. I like that. I like that kind of stuff. Right now, for the summer, they have lime and peach. I haven't tried either one. I'm a sucker for those type of things, though. Oh, no argument from me. Jolt Cola. Yeah, but I would have. I don't remember Jolt. I mean, I remember Jolt, but I don't think I ever drank it that much. I definitely would have bought it at Dollar General if I'd have known back in the day. Sweet. I love 7 Up, most underrated drink. I bought one not too long ago, and I thought, oh my stars and garters, what is this? This is the best lemon lime drink on the market. I've never, no, I did try Starry, but no, 7 Up is, I don't know, there's something about, man, I want to get a 7 Up now. I want to buy 7 Up now. Maybe I will. I think for 4th of July, they're doing some kind of discount on drinks. So I love an RC. So I could get RC, 7 Up, definitely going for 7 Up. If they have a 12 pack, I don't know if they sell those in 12 packs anymore. Um, what else would I buy? I think you have to buy 4. Um, I'd probably buy a zero drink. I drink those a lot. I don't know. I'd have to see what else they had. Oh no, and RC Cola was their drink of choice. As you see here, 108 wins back in the year of our Savior, 1986. And there's their world champ. RC Cola never opened soft drinks. Slight. These are our old RC Colas when Daddy was, well, Daddy's still a Mets fan, but this is back when Daddy was happy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are just RC. These are old cola soft drink like Cokes, and they have the Mets on them.
Where are you gonna drink it?
Well, I'm never gonna drink it because it probably tastes like horse piss. But that was when my favorite baseball team won the World Series. Which they'll maybe when I'm dead and you're like 74, they'll win again. So just tell me that in a prayer when it happens, because I won't be around. Okay. All right, punch it. Lock it. That's a promise. There you go. Good job. Go back. Thank you. Are you coming to Legends Con? I need to meet Mets fans. We can cry together. Hey, you know what? The pinstripe 86 Mets jersey is my of course I'm wearing my Mets today, even though they got stomped. My Mets 86 jersey is my favorite. Favorite player is Keith Hernandez, followed very closely by Mike Piazza. I love Mike Piazza. Something about men with mustaches, I guess. But Keith Hernandez, Mike Piazza, excellent. Excellent. I've liked other players in the past. I was a David Wright fan, a Oh, Santana. I got his jersey once. Not as big though now. I mean, John Franco. Um, who's been the last? Oh, Bartolo Colon. I love. Like every Mets fan should love Bartolo Colon. Today on the team, I don't know. I don't know. I it just, it's just hard. In the past, yeah, Syndergaard I've enjoyed, but not really idolized. No one is my the '86 team is all in the Hall of Fame for me, and Mike Piazza is up there with them. And he's so great. And just since then, there hasn't been someone who just lightning bolt grabbed me, And I've liked different Mets, but those are the big ones. Mount Rushmore of Mets is Piazza, Hernandez, and I don't know. You could put Doc Gooden, Strawberry, Carter, any of those guys up there, and I'd be happy. But definitely, it'd be those Hernandez and Piazza for sure, and maybe Bartolo Colon because I really do like Bartolo Colon. I wish they'd hire him for one day to pitch one day. So he wants to retire as a Met. I think they should do it. PowerPoint wasn't that good. Root Beer Raz was the nastiest. I agree. Star Blast is fine. I enjoyed Star Bass. Um, was my go-to. I like Peach Mango too. Yeah, Travis, you should come. We can talk about Bang, and you can make fun of my Mets for like 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna have to make you stop. Mm-hmm. Wow, I didn't know so many Jedi fans out there. Wow, awesome. Oh, absolutely. I don't think anything touches it, right? Top Gun 2 was excellent. But honestly, how many, long dormant sequels have been good or remakes or none besides Cobra Kai and Top Gun 2? I don't think maybe there's another one I'm not thinking of, but um man, Berthanol's pretty good. And what's his name? Of course, is the best from the movie. What was his name? Jane? Thomas Jane. He was great. But Berthanol was pretty good. I like both of them. Dolph Lundgren was another Punisher, and I liked him too. That movie's bonkers if you've ever seen that one. And it's been a while, but it's not that. I mean, obviously not that good, but I still enjoy it for some reason. I haven't seen it in years. Yeah, such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. King Pan. That's how they call him down south. King Pan. Do you say that King Pan? Man, Kingpin and Daredevil is the best thing. He's the best thing about Daredevil. We would watch. I told my wife I said I would watch an entire uh season of just Kingpin. He's great. Wow, really? I didn't know. I'm behind the ball on that one. I didn't know. I didn't hear about it. I'd be interested to hear what they have as an idea. Yep, that was great too. Yeah, yeah. Who hasn't been brought on this? Oh my Lanta, I don't know. Do I have any left? I'm sure there's someone that I would want to see that I haven't yet, but I don't know who that would be. I don't know who that would be. Good question, but I do not know. I do not know what Sleepwalker's a really good one though, because you have to dig a little bit now because they've got a lot in there. I don't know. One that just jumps at me. Don't I can't think of one right now. Hobgoblin, Spider-Man villain. I always liked him. He hasn't been shown. It's kind of hard. Oh, he did write the first two. I wasn't sure. I know. I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping. Yeah, I thought it was a dumb name, and it was awful. That series was awful. What, 6 episodes, and it should have lasted one. So terrible. They didn't have a story for it. Oh, now you're just being a troll. I do have a 12 pack of Pib. I'm slowly burning through. Slowly burning, even though I think my wife's been taking a few because I just opened the 12 pack last week and now they're half gone. I'm like, I've only had two and there's 6 gone. So I think she's been sneaking a few at night because she loves canned drinks and she'd rather have a canned drink than a and that's the only canned drinks in the fridge right now. And she knows my Pibs are precious, but she's been sneaking. I'm hoping I don't realize it, but I know. I'm trying to stretch those Pibs because once they're gone. You can still get Pib in a bottle at Subway for some reason. Our Subway down no, not this Subway. The Subway in Monroe has Pibs. I know you can get it there. And there's another place that sells Pib. What's the name of that? It's a restaurant, fast food restaurant. Checkers. Checkers here has Pib. I was like shocked. I was like, wait, y'all have Pib? Like Checkers is all right, but I think I'd go to get a Pib. But they have Pib, which shocked me. MedStar is one of the finest Clone Wars books out there. What's something you'll eat all of if you have it in the house? Pistachio almond ice cream. I'll eventually eat that all. What else is tasty taste? Um, if there's some, we rarely have this combo, but tortilla chips and salsa. Holy crow, I'm going for it. But we rarely have both. I think I have some salsa in the fridge, but we have no tortilla chips, which is the exact opposite. Usually we have don't have any salsa. But when the two are together, oh, that salsa jar is gone. I eat it till the salsa's gone. Hot salsa too. Um, is there anything else that like I would just whiz by? It used to be a can of Pringles, but I don't do chips much anymore. Is there a snickety that I would eat a lot of if we had it? Do I snack on? What do I snack on? I don't know if I do that many snacks. We don't because the girls eat chips and stuff. That goes really quick, so I don't even bother eating it. Um, my snack's usually a big pickle. Um, what else do I eat for a snack or any leftovers? Why that sounds kind of boring. What would I eat all of? Yeah, I guess I'll say that. I mean, if they have a box of cereal that I really like, that's gonna be gone every morning, one bowl at a time, one mighty bowl at a time. Hello, Teresa. Teresa, I read, and I don't know if you're still here, but I read boom, The Nature of Middle Earth. They finally convinced me to buy another Tolkien book about Middle Earth, and it was decent. I don't know if you've read that one. The Nature, it came out like a few years back. I didn't even realize it until I was kind of looking, and I saw an interview by the author, the editor, and who edited all of Tolkien's works together, and it was decent. It's actually pretty good if you haven't read it. So I got my Middle Earth fix for the year because I was jonesing to go back to Middle Earth. In fact, at the beach, I may bring The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I want something to read at the beach. And just like Samwise is being called by the ocean and Frodo, all the ring bearers, I'm hearing the call of Lord of the Rings. But I read The Nature of Middle Earth. I hope that got my fix. We'll see. Don't know what I'm going to read yet. Have a few ideas, but don't know yet for certain what I'm reading at the beach. I'm going at the beach for 2 weeks, so I have plenty of time to read. There's so I don't know. Short story, there's a lot. I really like Last Man Standing. Tales from the Bounty Hunters. Oh, there's another good Boba Fett story in Tales of the New Republic that was in one of the no, yeah, Tales of the New Republic is really good too. I can't remember the name right now. I love RC. I love the taste of RC cola. And honestly, it was because they love the Mets. So I chose RC, and then I forgot about it. And then one time driving on the road, I saw I say, oh, I don't see RC cola anymore. Drank it, went, this is perfect, and I've been drinking it ever since. And I'll be honest, we did the Pepsi challenge at um my at a party. I bought Coke, Pepsi, and RC. The RC was drained by the end of the night. I mean, it's gone. First thing gone. Pepsi, about halfway. Most of that was my wife, and then Coke wasn't even opened, which is weird because Coke is huge in the South. But the RC was gone immediately. Immediately was the first thing done, and then people chose water. The RC's it's the perfect balance between the two. I honestly believe that now. Please come. Please come. I'll be there, and I want as many people at Legends Con because it's going to be more about the fans than the people. Even though they got some great guests, they're going to announce more later on. It's going to be great to see everyone, as many people as I can see. I've joked, but I do think I'm going to do a sabacc tournament. I think that'd be so much fun to gather around, play some sabacc. Um, Maybe bring some other games. I told Spencer from the Star Wars library, I am begging Spencer to go because he's a big board gamer. Michael should go too, but um, I would even bring board games to play. That's so cheesy, but I would bring Star Wars games, Star Wars board games too, but just board games in general. And of course, have a meet and greet, maybe at a restaurant. Lance is a local there, so he could kind of help us out structuring that. And or if they'd let us meet in a lobby or something like that, or like a little hall or something, that'd be nice too. Just a place to meet up and hang and talk. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Like I have a few friends, houses and stuff, but I don't want to say, hey, can I have 100 guests over at your house? Like one has a beautiful outdoor swimming pool with a, even though we may not need it, we may need it. They have an outdoor fireplace because it's going to be mid March. It may be a little cool at night, so I think that'd be fun. But again, I don't want to say, can I have 100 people over at your house? You know what I'm saying? They got a nice house, but I don't think they do it. I know one family would probably say yes, but again, I don't want to burden them with a. I mean, honestly, I think it's going to be like several hundred people would want to. Not that I'm popular, but we would just all want to gather someplace afterwards. And maybe maybe we can talk to the hotel about leaving one of the conference rooms open if we promise not to make a mess. I don't know, but just kind of meet around because it's just going to be so much fun. Just because we're all going to want to talk to each other and hang out. I think. I'll probably do some fan event. You know, I'll be on the schedule doing something. The thing is, though, I don't want to do it that would interrupt anything that an author is doing. You know, I kind of want to be the only game in town because I don't want to miss anything else. But we'll see. The kid is a great choice. Super upset that he got inducted as an expo. Wanted to go in as a Met. Keith Hernandez cried the day the kid died. Keith Hernandez broke down sobbing. Very beloved by Mets fans. The second greatest catcher in Mets history. I'm sorry, I like Piazza better now, but I'm still. And for some reason, I like Mackie Sasser. Isn't that weird? I liked Mackie Sasser for a little while too. But Gary Carter, awesome. Yeah, great Met. Great pick. Great small time. Small time. Legends Con, Dallas. Let's do this. Not that far away. You can do it. I can't believe that. I feel old. Thank you for that. Absolutely. LegendsConOfficial.com. You're in the Plano area. Yeah, what a waste. I totally agree. I totally agree with this. I totally agree. Everything kept falling apart. And it's just been the Mets bad. And I like Steve Cohn. I like our owner. I like her. I hated the Wilpons, like every Mets fan did. I hated them. I hated them. Um, but man, see, we just can't catch a break. I feel like complaining, but yeah, at legendsconofficial.com. I don't think tickets aren't sold out. No, they're not sold out. I don't think, I don't know what the sell. Oh, I do know what the ceiling is. I think I know what the ceiling is. I'm not official. I would say, and I don't know how many they've sold, but as it gets close, I don't think it'll ever sell out. I don't think there'll be that. I mean, it's got to get like a lot of people for it to sell out. But I mean, tickets will sell more and more as they. I would say get it earlier, sooner rather than later. I know everyone's got to figure out their plans, but get it while you can. That way you can stretch out your plans there. But I don't think they will sell out. I mean, obviously they could, but the thing would really have to blow up. What they have, like 600 people last year, that wasn't a sellout. So if they hit that again, that's fine. If I don't know what the capacity is, I don't know what their capacity is, but I'm sure, well, depending on what they got, I'm sure if they got the average room, I mean, it'd have to double ticket sales. I don't think it would ever double ticket sales. I think they'll get more people than last year, but I don't know. I don't know. Better safe than sorry, right? I don't think it'll sell out though. I can't imagine. If it does, that's bonkers nuts. That's great for them. Bad for people who waited around, but good. I don't think they're in trouble of selling out though, right now. Right now, I know they aren't. But as we get closer, I don't think they will. Just because it's still in their second year, and I don't know, is there that much interest? Because what's max capacity on those? Even the smallest one, not smallest ones, you know, the halls have 1,200, right? The smallest grand hall in a hotel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any. I don't speak for anyone's account, but I don't think they'll sell out. But better buy them safe than sorry, right? Yep, I love Reyes too. Man, I miss that guy. You know what, Melissa? We've talked about this. I completely agree with you. I completely agree. And it's sad because he's a forgotten hero in Braves lore. Braves lore. And the Jackson Mets. I mean, the it was the Jackson Mets. That's how I became a Mets fan. But now they were the Mississippi Braves. They've left. I think this was their last. Oh no, this is their last season, and they're leaving Mississippi. And now Pearl, which paid top dollar for that place, is now going to be empty. They are thinking about bringing in another team, but no word about who that would be. But so sad because they bent over backwards for Mississippi Braves, and they're leaving them high and dry. I hate the Braves for that, but of course we hate the Braves. They're in our division. My dad's a big Braves fan, though. He's been one since they sucked. I mean, since they've been in Milwaukee. That's how long my dad's been a fan. Kind of hate it as a. I thought it was decent. The second one was a step down. There's ways they can do better with those. I want to see more of the original Ghostbusters. Why can't they just share? I know you don't want to take the old men and take them the lead again, but share the spotlight. They should have brought them in a little bit more in the last movie. Yeah, for real. Nova. That's a good pick. Trying to think of someone else. Scarlet Spider. That's a good one. Believe it or not, I like all of the Spider-Men that they've had. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, all great. My favorite, Andrew Garfield. I hate his movies, but he is the best Peter Parker. He is so good. I think his movies are garbage, but I love his performance in them. I think he's solid. He was the best. I love all the Peter Parkers, but he just was the best. He's the best. But his movies were just so bad. Wasn't his fault though. Super jelly over that. Wow. Yes, they do. And the Moxie one I've always laughed at, and I want to get it. We got Moxie Cola. I want to do that. That's so funny. My wife loves Crackle Barrel, and so the kids do. Or as you call it, Crackle Barrel, which I like better. Um, but yeah, I've seen those, and the only one is Moxie that I try. But I hear they taste like awful. I know someone who goes there a lot and buys all the old time candy and soda, and he said he won't buy the soda anymore because it's all crap. But maybe I'd still try it. Probably not. I don't know what that is, so probably not. We don't have a Publix here, so I can't say that. Um, it's interesting. I only say this because you love Lord of the Rings just as much as myself. You're very learned in the history of Middle Earth, and and it's very dry at times. It gives timelines of elves and everything like that. And of course, at this point, a lot of it's going to be dry. But at this point, I don't care. I really, it offered a few new insights. It wasn't like the best thing in the world. It was like a decent book for history of Middle Earth. Let's put it that way. A decent one. Not a good one, but a decent one. Not a bad one, but a decent one. I don't That's not a really ringing endorsement, but it was enough for me to buy and add to my collection. Not the best thing in the world. I mean, Silmarillion's League's better. A lot of the Books of Lost Tales 1 and 2 is better. Um, there's a few other books that are really good in the history of Middle Earth that are better than this one. This one's on pace with like Peoples of Middle Earth. I put it on pace actually with Peoples of Middle Earth, which was interesting, but nothing. Well, maybe there was some Gandalf stuff I thought was interesting, but nothing real biting, but good enough to do it. That the books are great. I can't remember what we were talking about doing. Teresa, you should come to Legends Con. I would absolutely love to see your face at Legends Con. I would absolutely love that. It's in Dallas. You should go. You should go. I would absolutely love that. Then I'd get to talk about Lord of the Rings too. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. Um, $2. Now I only have to pay 50 cents for that ghost. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Thank you. How you been, Alex? I love them. I love them. I've listened to them twice. I love them. In fact, ooh, good call. Good call. Don't want to listen to an audiobook though at the beach. I would like to listen to that again. Very good. Seriously, now you got me seriously thinking, should I listen to the audiobooks instead of reading them? Because audio, I haven't done in a while. I haven't done that in a very long time. It has been at least 6 or 7 years since I've last. And he did. I hope that's the one I'm thinking about. But I've listened to it because I remember I had a treadmill back then in my house, and I listened to it while I was walking on the treadmill or running too. And that was right before the girls were born because the treadmill broke. We removed it, and then we found out we were having kids, and so we made that room a baby room. That was the last time that was before the girls were born. I need to, that I'm not going to read it now. You've convinced me. I'm going to listen to it next time, either at the beach or just, yeah, I could do that this year. Oh, super exciting day. You are such a hater. You are such a hater. Now, Legends Con is not sold out. I'm sorry if I gave that impression. No, it's not sold out. LegendsConOfficial.com. LegendsConOfficial.com. Get your tickets. Yeah, I just say get your tickets now. I don't think it'll sell out. I mean, it would have to double what they had last year to maybe sell out. I don't know what the room capacity is there, but it would have to at least double. I don't think it'll double in Dallas. I think it will have more people. I do think, but will it double the size? Maybe. But even then, would it sell out? I don't know. I don't know what the capacity is. And they haven't said close to selling out, which now they wouldn't because tickets start selling when you're 6 months, 3 months out. That's when tickets really start ramping up and you can get closer to a sellout. But again, like I said, at the very least, they'd have to double. And I don't think that would sell it out. But go ahead and get it now. Did I click on this again? No, you had two. Oh, you gave me $4. Thank you, Alex. You're so nice. Alex is coming home in the trunk with me after Legends Con. Brendan, I'm going to fit in there. His imaginary brother, I can fit in there too because he doesn't exist. And I think I promised Lance. Lance gets in the back seat with Marcel, who actually loves Swedish fish. Who else was I going to bring home with me? I can't remember. I'll have to see. Bring someone else home with me. And I think I offered Maxine the front seat. Ladies first. But yeah, I'm just gonna grab a bunch of, and maybe I'll just grab a U-Haul and haul everyone, or just get a big Greyhound bus and just charter a drive down to Monroe. Just take you all down with me. But I don't. I'm getting too old to make new friends. So there you go. Rather have friends who like Star Wars and play board games, and maybe like the Mets, and maybe like RC Cola. So Michael, you're out. Kidding. I've been reading Sir of the Empire, and you weren't kidding about the way Steve Parrott just desire for. Oh yeah, really? Right, right. Awkward. It's so it's sad because I really like Shadows of the Empire, but that did not belong in the EU. That was unnecessary. That whole scene was unnecessary. Way too graphic. I'm not reading penthouse letters, right? I should have eaten this granola bar. Now it's too late to eat the granola bar. Dang it. I something like that, and I love it. I love it. Oh no. Here, I'm gonna eat it now. Dang, I opened it so. I meant to eat this when I came in, I just forgot. Daniel Wallace, who's going to be at Legends Con, I think is a good one. Ryder Wenham is another good one. James Luceno is good too, but I'd pick Ryder Wenham over James Luceno, but I'd pick Dan Wallace. He wrote a lot of the source books and stuff, and I think he knows a lot about the lore. I just dropped granola. I don't know where it is. And oh, that's a big chunk too. Where'd it go? Spilled on me. It's a big chunk of granola. Oh well. A bunch of ants will be around. All right. I like Toby. Is he the voice of Spider-Man? Someone's always going to be the voice, which is fine. What? I'm spilling this everywhere. Let's do it. It just got more fun. Super fun now. Awesome time now. That was big into Warren Spawn too. Hank Aaron, classic. Classic. Dad liked Dale Murphy. He loved David Justice. John Smoltz, maybe, and Bobby Cox. You know, who's Dad like now? He loved Chipper Jones. Of course, everyone loved Chipper Jones. I don't know who he likes now on the team. I don't watch as many games. My brother and I used to go over there when I didn't have kids. I used to go there and watch games with Dad, and nothing's better than watching a Braves game with Dad, Melissa, because he yells at the screen the whole time and really gets mad. And I think my brother still goes over, but I go over everyone. If no, like when the girls were with my wife, I'd go sometimes. But now I'm watching the kids every night, and it's too late. Like the baby's got to go to bed. But I would love to watch a game with Dad again. That was so much fun, and we used to do that as kids, so it's like good memories too. Interesting. I didn't like any of his movies, but I thought Andrew Garfield played Peter Parker the best. But I love Tobey Maguire. Don't I love all of them. But yeah, I don't think Jason Bourne sucks. I like Jason Bourne. I like those movies. Those are good. Yeah, those are fine movies. Did I say? Oh, you said if. I'm sorry. No, I like Jason Bourne. Yeah. Travis, you going? You going to Legend Con? Let's do this. Children of Hurin. I didn't know Christopher Lee read that. Children of Hurin is like a cleaned up version of Book of Lost Tales, and it's fine. I still kept that one. The other one I gave away. My dad bought the whole that trilogy and really loves it, and it's fine. I've read them all, but the Fall of Gondolin and I always forget the second one, Barin and Luthien or whatever. And those are fine. Those are fine if you want to get those. Those are actually better, more streamlined than Book of Lost Tales 1 and 2. But I already have them. Those are cleaned up versions of them, and they're fine. But I just didn't buy them. I kept Children of Hurin because it's really well done. I didn't know Christopher Lee read it though. But Christopher Lee, huge book fan, J.R.R. Tolkien fan. It's still good though. You should go. Just been working primarily and figuring out how big my trunk is. Wow, a lot of Toby fans. I love Toby Maguire as him too, so I'm glad that Toby gets a lot of love there. Uh, I don't recall. Really? There's a few people who would say that. A lot of people say that that was one of their favorite video games more than the book, but that's interesting. I mean, it was a big release, a huge release. I love the way they did that. Tra la la lally here down in the valley. Ha ha. That's from the cartoon. Peter Josh King. Okay, gotcha. Ah, okay. He did a good job. Star by star, he redeemed himself. Yeah, Dad goes, look, he's digging in the dirt. Here, give him a shovel. Give him a shovel. He pitches it so low, he just digs in the dirt. He swings up. He just watches the ball. Just watch the ball. Why watch the ball? Strike. Dad, and then Dad argues with the umpire. It's just great. It's great to watch. But my granddad was the same exact way. Papa would sit there and just yell. Yell. He'd get so mad. It's so funny. Me and my brother always would laugh at him. And by the eighth inning or seventh inning, Melissa, he's asleep. Always. He'll wake up in the ninth, but he takes his little nap. Most people take a seventh inning stretch. He takes a 70-minute nap or 17-minute nap, I think. Weezer, Newfound Glory, Family Force 5, even though they're not a band anymore, they broke up sadly. And I don't know why they broke up. I can't find that out. But someone wrote, it's a shame why they won't get together. They're being petty or whatnot. Um, I love listening to soundtrack music like Brand X. Not Brand X as much. I like some Brand X. I like Two Steps from Hell and oh goodness gracious. Anything but country. Singers, I don't know if I have a particular singer. I mean, it's old music. James Taylor, Barry Manilow, what my parents listened to, Simon Garfunkel. I like some Beatles, but not as much as my brothers. My brothers go nuts over Beatles stuff. What else do I have here? What is it? Two steps. Epic North. Epic North. Duh. Epic North. I love them. And what else do I have here? I'm trying to see if there's anyone else that's big. I mean, I like a few things here and there, but those are all the big ones. Yeah. A lot of Weezer, a lot of various artists. A lot of Family Force 5. Newfound Glory is all over here. And then of course all the Epic North and Two Steps from Hell, just about everything they have. I need to check and see if they have anything new out either. I have the President of the United States album because it's just awesome. I should listen to Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, because we've talked about it for the past 2 weeks. Me and my sister have, and I want to listen to that again. I mean, there's a few songs here, but nothing. Yeah, it's classical. I do love classical music. Masters of Classical. That's like 6 hours of class. I love classical music. I really like classical music. I listen to that a lot. Um, I mean, everything else is like little bit here and there. There's some Crazy Town, Reliant K, Jars of Clay, only the first album, which is classic. That's another good album. I should pick that for. There's some Queen, Guns N' Roses, of course. Who doesn't like GNR from the 80s? A lot of various artists, a lot of small time things. Of course, there's some Muppet stuff on here because I love the Muppets. That seems to be Zebrahead. Oh yeah, Zebrahead's another one. Yeah, I forgot about Zebrahead. Yeah, they're pretty good. I haven't listened to them in a while. That's why they're kind of low on this. But Zebrahead, that's a good one. I forgot about Zebrahead. A lot of soundtracks on here, like instrumental soundtracks. Modern day composers I really love too. John Williams, Danny Elfman, Hans Zimmer. Dang it, my battery. Uh-oh. End this soon. I know it's going dead. Don't laugh, but I got Megan Trainor's first album on here. That was my wife's favorite thing to listen to, and she stuck the CD in my car when I was driving to Gen Con, and I didn't pull it out, and so it just played the whole time. And now I have good memories of going to Gen Con with that soundtrack. I don't listen. I haven't listened to that one in a while though. It's funny that it's still on here. I have one album by Hot Chili Ray Ray, whatever. That's a pretty good album. Some WWE music, from old school stuff. There you go. That's the whole list. It's gonna have to end soon unless unless I get my charger. Oh man, that'd be a trip. Where is my charger? Oh really? Good night, Alex. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember him saying that. Ah, that's great. Yep. Footloose. Some kind of friend. Oh, you like Barry Manilow. Interesting. States or countries I've been to? Hold on just a moment. Let me see if I can run. No, they're all asleep. Dang it, it's midnight. Yeah, I'll keep this going for a little bit while. Okay, all right, let's take a trip. Let's go get the charger because this thing's gonna die soon. What was the question? What happened? Oh, okay, there it is. States or countries I've been to? I don't know. Dang. I mean, just about anything down south. Hold on. Oh, let's travel. Here's the. Oh yeah, let's travel. Let's do this. This will be fun. That's all the board games. And you can see the EU collection is around the corner here. I have to keep that table there so the babies don't pull down books. But there's the EU collection. There's the empty bottle of Crystal Pepsi that he gave me. There's is that Jaina? Yeah, Jaina Solo. A few other stuff there. Supernatural Encounters, right up there. That big honking book there. All right, let's keep going. Let's go down here. Da, 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 da. Girls are not in their bed. They're in my bed, I bet. There it is. Hold on just a sec. Oh, yeah. There's the other passy. Hold on. Whoa, crazy camera. Hold on. Turn off lights. There we go, back here. That's an empty office. That's gonna be Dylan's room. The girls are not in their bed. Yes, they are. Get off your tablet. No tablets in bed. Go to bed. Do not have that tablet on when I come back in here. Yes, sir? Yes, sir? Do not have that tab. I'm going to come back in here. What are you doing? I bet she snuck that tablet too. All right. Like I said, I'd usually be in bed too, but I am up. Oh, man. Run around the neighborhood a few times. Oh. All right. What states? Let's do it. Let me look at the map of the states. Come on. I have been to, of course, Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky. I've driven through states, but I'm only counting states I've stopped in and done stuff in. Indianapolis, Ohio, Michigan, Missouri. I'm sure I've driven through South Carolina, North Carolina, but I never stopped. Virginia, I used to go there all the time back when I was a kid. New York, I had to work in Albany for a whole week, training a bunch of underwriters, which was fun. I've also been to Maryland. After I graduated high school, went to work for a construction company for a very short time in the winter in Baltimore. That's about, no. Albany would be the most north I've ever been. Okay, there's a place I stayed. Moving over to the west, Arizona, spent a ton of time there. I've been in California a little bit here and there. Idaho, I've been to more than once. Used to go the Seattle, Oregon, every year. I'd go, my dad would take one of us up there because he went up there. And so we were on somewhere because we'd be in Portland and then we'd go to Seattle and we traveled between those two cities. So I've been there a lot as a kid. Idaho, I have two sister-in-laws from Idaho. So two weddings because my brothers went to college in Idaho. Three of them did, and two of them married women there. So that's why I've been to Idaho so many times. And I went up to see them a couple of times back in the day. Haven't been since, but do still have friends in Idaho. California, I will be going again this fall. I'll be going out to California in September for a short while. North California. Going to try and do the Redwood Forest. Don't know if it'll happen, but Geeks Attic is going to go with me, and Adam from Red 5 Reviews is traveling with me. Arizona, I miss with all my heart. Wish I could go back. I'm training Arizona people in a few weeks, and so stupid. I should be traveling over there, but I'm not. I think that's it. I don't know how many states that was. I've passed through a lot of states. I know I've passed through West Virginia, but I don't count that. I passed through Pennsylvania. But Ohio, I've worked a little bit there. Indianapolis is where Gen Con is, so obviously I've been there. That's about it. Used to go up to Missouri all the time, haven't in a long time. So there you go. There's all the ones I've been to. I have friends and some of my old gaming group went to, all of them, four brothers went to move, and they all live in Montana now. The rest of the family lives here, but the rest of them live in Montana for some strange reason. Do I have any connection with any of these towns? No. I know some people in Colorado I'd love to visit. I know a couple people in Colorado. North and South Carolina, I have family. I think in both of those, I've never gone to see them. I have family in Maryland too, but I'll probably never go see them, sadly. And that's it. I used to know someone in Maine, but I don't know them. I don't even know if they're in Maine anymore. I don't keep up with them anymore. I think that's it. So, I mean, I'd like to go visit the whole U.S., but I won't. You know. There we go. No, I have not. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh wow, Chicago's good. Starship's good. Survivor's good. Phil Collins, Genesis. Yeah, when he was at Genesis, is really good. And I like some of his other stuff. Asia, I only know their popular songs for Asia and Mr. Mister, but the other ones I know a few other ones. Rick Springfield, that is an interesting. Yeah, it's from your parents, right? That's where I get James Taylor, Simon Garfunkel, and Barry Manilow. Is all from my parents. And Beatles, but I'm not as big a fan as Dad is or my brothers. I like them fine. It's just like I don't. My brothers just like listen to them all the time, and I don't. I did listen to some Beatles though today, oddly enough. I like oldies too, of course. Again, if he was company, not a puppet, I may have missed something. Crystal Pepsi, yeah. She's probably in there on the tablet right now. Nah, I've been everywhere, man. Not everywhere, but close to it. I'd like to go to Chicago. I've been to Canada, Toronto, went to a wedding in Toronto. Actually, I was just talking to a friend of mine about that trip. I've been to Winslow. Are you near Detroit? Isn't that near to, isn't that Windsor? No, Windsor, Canada's near Detroit. But yeah, I was up in Detroit for a while. I still have friends in Detroit. That's who I was talking to today, actually. My cousin, one of my favorite cousins, lives in Baltimore. I talk to her every once in a while. And I've been to, I don't know where. Did I go to Mexico? I've been in Mexico. I can't remember when I went. And then, of course, Toronto, Canada. I haven't been anywhere else in any other foreign country. Mm-mm-mm. No, oh, wow. I've never, we almost went to Vegas, but uh, my wife wanted to, go to Britney Spears and someone else, and I didn't want to go to any of those people, so I convinced her to go to Disneyland instead. Well, I was working in Phoenix at the time. Let's see. I know. Yeah, yeah. Did a review on it too. Matt's Expanded Universe, old school review on it. Loved it. My wife's been to Minnesota. She went to Minnesota in like January. I was like, why would you do that? Someone paid for a ticket, and I was like, yeah, because it's miserable up there. We built the city on rock and roll. I've never been to my wife's been to Boston. She had to work up there for a while. Never been to Connecticut. Would love to go to both those places. Florida, Washington, Texas, Canada, Maine. Never been to Maine. Never been to New Mexico. Love to see both those. Arizona's wonderful. And you think Bermuda? I think Arizona. Oh, Arizona. I think. Okay, Bermuda. I'd love to go to. Looks wonderful. She was just mad that Filoni kind of just upended everything she worked on. I think. Jamaica or Barbados. That's cool. Yeah, and she was used to being the one in full control and everything. I think that's what it was. Um, yeah. So anyway, to go back to what I was originally talking about, Farscape is pretty good. Yes, Mandalorian being nicked in the desert. Oh, I read this. Okay, I was the most contradicting things in the EU. Well, remember, on and this is back. Was it right before Disney took over or during Disney's takeover? But they hadn't canceled the EU yet. They did a retcon for that, and they called it New Mandalore. It was on the web. It was on StarWars.com website. It was called New Mandalore, and it was a time where they tried to erase. They were embarrassed for their past, and they had to live a new thing. So they did retcon it. Oh, you live in New York City? You know what? My whole family has been there. I want to go. In fact, when I was working and they told me I was going up to New York, I thought I was going to New York City, and they said Albany. I went, Albany, which is nothing like I'd imagined. Nothing. It looks like Albany, New York. If you've been to Albany, it looks just like Jackson, Mississippi. It's so weird. Because I was like taking pictures like, this is not what I imagined New York to be. It felt like a sleepy little town that's the capital. And that's what Jackson, Mississippi feels like. You don't feel like you're in the capital. And I was like, what is this? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I spent a whole week or 2 weeks up there. I can't remember. I think it was a week. I think it was a week. It was fun. But and everyone told me I should go to the city, and I was like, yeah, I just never did. My brother was living up there too at the time. I tried calling him, but he didn't pick up, so he was very busy. But my wife went to New York City. She loved it. Wanted to move there when my brother and his wife moved up there because my brother sings opera, and so he lived in New York for a while. Now he teaches voice and still does opera. They just fly him around to different cities and countries, even. No, Did you get it? Did you get it ready for me? My tiles? They retconned it. Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Louisiana. No, I've never been to New Mexico. And I was in South. Like I said, I passed through these towns, but I don't think I ever stayed there, so I don't count it. North Carolina, Kentucky. Kentucky, I've been to a couple of times. I remember, I was going to visit a girlfriend who the day before said, "Yeah, I'm cheating on you," because I think her sister said, "If you don't tell him, I will." So I was like, "Oh." She went, "So don't come." I was like, "Well, I can't cancel the ticket. The ticket's tomorrow." And so I was really bummed. And so then I called a buddy of mine. I came in anyway. I think she lived in Kentucky, and I just asked a buddy who was like 2 hours away. I can't remember where I flew in, Frankfurt maybe. I can't remember, but he lived in Louisville, and I said, "Can you come get me?" Or wherever I was, and he said, "I'll drive to come get you, brother." And so he drove to come get. Maybe he was in Tennessee. I can't remember, but he drove 2 hours or so to come get me, and I stayed in Louisville with him for a week instead, and actually ended up having a really awesome time. And I still talk to that dude. And there's a rare. Hold, hold on, hold on. All right, sorry. Thought I heard someone. Um, there's gonna be beatings going on, but it wasn't. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I stayed in Louisville, and I mean, I may see him again. I haven't seen him in years, but we always talk during football season. And now he has Auburn season tickets because his brother now works for Auburn. I'm tempted to go. He's invited me to any game except for the Iron Bowl because you can't. It's hard to get tickets to the Iron Bowl. But he invited me to any game I wanted to come to. And maybe I'd love to do it because I'd love to see him again. But he was a really good friend. That's the last time I saw him actually was during that time. I was kind of bummed. I didn't want to be like a downer, but I mean, he did everything that was super fun to cheer me up, and we had just a ball. We had a blasty blast that whole week. That whole week. In fact, he had an older sister, and I was like, should I marry his older sister? I mean, I wasn't thinking that. I was like, because I really love the family. I was like, man, should I start dating his older sister? Maybe I should be because she was his older sister. He was younger than me, and his sister was my age. But and she wasn't there. She was gone. I can't remember what she was doing at the time, but she wasn't at the house. But I remember thinking, man, should I be a part of this family? Because the mom and dad were super cool. They were gone for the week, but when they came in that weekend and they were super nice. Everyone was so super nice, and I had so much fun in Louisville. So yeah, it was a good time. Virginia used to go every year until I graduated college. That was where our summer camp was. Loved it. Near Virginia Beach. And I'd go, it wasn't on the beach, but I would always come in the weekend before or the week after and stay and go to the beach with some friends. Never been to Pennsylvania, Illinois. O'Hare layover. Yeah, I was in Salt Lake City for a layover, but I don't count Utah because I didn't get to step outside the airport. But I mean, I'm just saying, did I stay there for at least a couple of days? Okay. I don't see my email, Bernardo. Yeah, it's funny because I still get people that go back and watch those and go, dude, who is this guy? Nostradamus. This video came out 6 years before, whatever, and he called it. Or this video came out before Force Awakens, and he knew Han Solo was going to die. Or this video came out and he was exactly someone just. I did one about Disney, and I said, "This is what's going to. Everyone's happy about Disney, but here's what's going to happen." I said, "They're going to make so many of these. They're going to drive the story into the ground. Right now, you're going to care." I said, "Right now, you're going to care about Star Wars." But in a few, give them about 10 years and you won't care about them at all because there'll be so much content. They're just churning out and at first it may be good, I said, but then it'll turn to schlot. I was like, wow, this guy called it. Well, yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer. Right? It's logic would guess what would happen. Those are very logical guesses and everything. But yeah, yeah. But it was funny because a lot of people in the comments back then was like, shut up, you're gonna watch the movie, you are. You'll shut up when you see the new movie. Or you're not going to stop reading the expand. You're going to read the new book. You are. Or the other comment that I love. Yeah, but the cloning the emperor was the stupidest thing ever. I'm glad that's not canon. I highlight and pin those comments now. I don't, but I should. It's great. I would love to visit New York, obviously, because I'm a Mets fan. Um, he's going to retire this year. Whoa. I work for a big corporation, and the head of HR, who's in New York, told me if I was ever there, he would take me to a Mets game. He's got good seats too. So, but he's retiring from the company this year. So I'll just I need to send him an email and thank him. But because he reached out to me later and still reminded me that he's got tickets for me because I'm a Mets fan. He's a Mets fan. Of course, he's a Mets fan. He lives in New York. But are you a Mets fan? You're probably a Yankees fan. Don't tell me if you're a Yankees fan. I don't want to know. I want to think of you as a nice person. But either way, though, I still want to go because there's a lot of people I know up there that I'd love to see, and I'd love to experience New York. Obviously, I'd love to go to a Mets game. Obviously, probably some Broadway too. But then I just like to see the sights. But when will I ever go? Never. Realistically, never. Like, I'm not bringing my kids. It's just a headache, and I'm just not going to go unless work takes me, which far shot, but not too impossible since that's where our headquarters are. Mm. Do you have the did you resize everything for me? Are you talking about me? What is I'm missing something here. Right on. I've never been to DC. Would love to go. My brother went. Yeah, my brother went on a DC trip. Right on. Oh, dude, that happened all the time. What are you talking about? There was a podcast we talked about this for Valentine's Day. Um, the first girl, actually, Wes was there, and I think I reminded Wes on one of our podcasts because Wes didn't remember, but the time I found out my first girl, I was very, very. I didn't have my first girlfriend until college. I was just very, I was very picky, and I, I finally started dating this girl, and I remember when it all blew up because I was working at the mall, and the guy came in and he was talking about making out with one of the waitresses, and he said, yeah, she just stays afterwards. We like to make out, mess around at the restaurant when everyone's closed. Like, oh, really? What restaurant? And he told me, I was like, huh, because that's where my girlfriend was. I was like, what's her name? And he told me the name, and I went, huh. He didn't know. He had no idea. He was just in the store just bragging about the ladies he's bagged. And, and then Wes, without skipping a beat, Wes looks at me and goes, he used to call me Cuckoo back then. He goes, Cuckoo, you know your girlfriend? I went, not anymore. And he goes, oh, dude, I didn't know. I said, dude, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Obviously, you didn't know. You wouldn't be an idiot and walk in here and tell me this if you knew. I said, that's very interesting. I'm gonna go see her tonight. And so I went by there. I said, don't call her. Don't call her until he said, I want, dude, bro. I said, dude, I'm not mad at you. It's not you. It's not you. You don't worry. He said, I'm just telling you. I was like, because he was a regular customer. He didn't want to get canceled from the store. We wouldn't have done that. But anyway, so as I was driving, I called one of my friends, and they said, "Is it so and so?" Because she said, because I was about to call and tell you about him. I was like, wait, who? No, who? And there was another guy that she said, well, I don't know, but they've been going out a lot. And I went, no, she hasn't. She's busy at work. She works those nights. I said, Matt, no, Matt, she's been date. I've seen her with this guy 2 or 3 times. I thought y'all broke up. I was like, she's dating 2 other guys. And then when I got to her dorm and I buzzed and I said, yeah, is Ashley in? She went, no, she's out with her boyfriend. I went, and so I said, Dustin. Right? And she, no. And I thought, surely it's not the guy from work. I said, is that the guy from work? She went, no. She said, his name's whatever. And I was like, there's three. And so she got busted, pissed, of course, pissed when I found out because I don't know why she'd be pissed. But that was it. That was all. It was done. And then I waited forever. And then I didn't want to do long distance relationships. And this girl convinced me to do a long distance relationship. And I thought, okay, we'll do it. I mean, she just begged and pleaded and no, it'll work, it'll work, it'll work. I was like, all right. And then her older sister said, if you don't call him, I'm going to tell him because I had bought tickets. I was going to go and visit her, stay with a week, everything. And she called, but her older sister called me afterwards that night and apologized. I said, why do you need to apologize? She went, well, I've known about it for a while, and I was telling her for weeks that she needed to call you earlier, and I'm so sorry. And she said, Matt, my mom and dad are upset. Just wanted you to know that's, you know, we're sorry. Uh, we were looking forward. I think the sister knew me. Maybe I'd met her sister. I can't remember. I don't think I'd ever met her sister, but I don't know. Her sister obviously knew me or whatever. But her sister said, yeah, and I just didn't want you to bust up. I said, oh, okay. And then I don't count this one, but my wife counts this one because we were dating. We were never really official. We went on a few dates, but I knew very quickly it wasn't going to work out. And I just told her, I said, hey, this is not going to work out, is it? Because, and to be honest, the dad told me he didn't think it was going to work out between the two of us. And it wasn't mean. In fact, I heard the dad was really upset. He regretted having that conversation with me because I said, that's a good talk. Yeah. Okay. I won't date her anymore. And I wasn't upset. I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't, intimidated by it. He wasn't intimidated too. He just thinks, because he said, I don't think this will work out between you two. I said, really? Why's that? So we sat and talked. And I was like, okay, won't work out. That's fine. I said I was asking her if it was going to work out, and she's ducking the question, and I guess it won't. So I told her, I said, hey, had a talk with your dad. I think he's right. I don't think this is going to work out. And supposedly she got, I didn't know, but she supposedly got really upset, and the dad felt just dirt awful about the talk. But I wasn't offended by it, and oddly enough, we're still friends today. Me and him are. I love him. I mean, I thought it was. I don't. Yeah, I didn't agree with it, but I thought it was honest. I like honesty. So we had an honest talk, and he just thought that it wasn't anything wrong with me. He just said, I just don't think y'all two are a good mix. And I was like, all right. And we talked about a few things why. I don't count that as a girlfriend because all we did was go on a few dates, for like 2 weeks. But that's right after. And then I met my wife, and I met what would become my wife, and I just told her, I said, hey, I'm not dating right now. Let's cool it because I just got done dating someone. I don't want them to think, I did not want the girl to think that I just dumped her for my wife. Now it doesn't matter, right? But back then I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was gonna be my wife, but I was like, she's gonna think, oh, you just use this as an excuse to stop dating me and date someone else or something, or going on dates for someone else. Because I don't think we were that official, but either way. So what? I've only had two and a half girlfriends before my wife, but it was mainly me because I had a bunch of stupid rules. And I was very picky. So yeah, and I always picked the wrong one. Go figure, right? Sadly, one of them died a few years ago in a fire, and everyone texts me about it. And I never kept up with that first girl. I didn't wish her any wrong. In fact, I went to her wedding and wanted to tell her I didn't wish her anything wrong, but she didn't want to talk to me because she was scared I might say something at the wedding. Why would I be? I wouldn't do that. But I just went there to show her that I was fine. But supposedly she married. Supposedly she her I felt bad now after hearing what she had, but she was living alone. Her husband had left her because she was not very kind, but he wasn't that great of a guy either. They were really wrong for each other, but her kids weren't talking to her. I mean, she was just living alone, and it was a really bad way that she died. So I would never wish that upon anyone. But again, I didn't know her. I didn't know where she was living. I didn't know what her life was like until people told me. I was like, oh, okay, because I don't keep up with social media or anything, and I hate that. But yeah, kind of crazy though. And I don't know what happened to the other one. The other one, I don't really know what happened to her. Never spoke to her again. Never talked to anyone ever again about her. And I don't think I know anyone that knows her. So, and she lived in wherever, Tennessee, I think, maybe. And then the other one moved away, got married, has kids, living a happy life. Saw her at a wedding like 5 years ago or something, 4 years ago. Seemed to be doing well. Yeah. Let me check my email. Do I need to check my email? Do you have the printout ready? Yeah, you knew that, right? Yeah, yeah, it was obvious. I no, that is fair. I do agree with that, but because I was the first one to say it well before the movie came out, it makes me look really smart. But yes, you can easily put two and two. That is not that bold a prediction. I 100% agree with that. A lot of people, if y'all would have made the video, you'd have been just in that category with me. I think a lot of people knew that, but I said it and had it documented, time stamped, if you will. But honestly, a lot of that stuff was just easy to guess. It's so easy to guess, right? It's not really, it wasn't like that awe inspiring great shot. I totally agree with you on that. Nothing special about those videos. It just now it looks really cool, right? That this guy caught it all, but it wasn't that hard to see. Everyone knew. Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah. Yeah. Still a big video, man. Still gets lots of views. I remember when that happened. I was playing with my nephews and I saw the building blocks and I turned to my sister-in-law and went, "Can I have these? I'll give them back." She went, "For what?" I said, "A video." She went, "About children's building blocks?" I went, "No." I thought this is the best because I was trying to explain to someone. I thought the building blocks would be great. Oh, that's nice of him. Do you have my printout? That's what I want to know. Did you resize those tiles? You're not answering my question. Oh, you're a Sox fan. That's not as bad. Low key Mets, casual viewing. Yes. Hey, Baby Ray, if you want, I have the 1986 World Series on DVD. We can watch it together. That's a mean joke. I know. But I love the fact that the Mets offered Bill Buckner a batting coach position, which he turned down. But honestly, I would have loved that because Bill Buckner was a great player, but he's only known for that one goof in the World Series. But the man had an all-star career, but he's known for that one. I mean, just good, just once in a lifetime, career-ending, defining moment, and I hate that. I wish people knew Bill. When you said Bill Buckner, I wish people would think, what? How many times he won the Golden Glove? How many times he was on the All Star team? I mean, just a fantastic career, right? But no, he's just known for letting the ball get between his legs and losing. It was the Game 6, and won even the World Series. But everyone says that's why they lost. Where is my printout? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, got it. Thank you. I just need to catch up with my my uh my email then, my chat here. You're such a goofball. Hey, but I'm gonna ask the missus if she's gonna be busy next Saturday all day. Because if she's not, Kelly and I are gonna meet up and play. We'll play Dark Tower, and he wants to play Escape. So those will be the two games we'll probably play, and hopefully play more. He's a he was a really good guy. I wish you could have talked to him or watched the rest of the stream. You did watch the stream. Really nice guy. What's even better about that? You're just such a hater. You're just a hater. What's best about that is, um, I did that. I had that video queued to go on day 2 of Star Wars Celebration, and day 1, Del Rey came by with a gift for me, thinking I'd be at the Twin Suns because Del Rey watched the channel back then. And the very next day, I dropped that, and Brian Borg from Twin Suns comes like, I just told you. I said, dude, that video was already set to go. He went, I just told you. Did you know Del Rey? And I was like, well, cool. Del Rey watched the channel. That's all. He said, yeah. And they have they had a little gift for me. I was like, that's awesome. It was the Obi-Wan Kenobi keychain, the Crate Dragon keychain, which got lost in the move. I think I know where it is. I think I know which box it's in, but I need to find it. But that was awesome that they gave me that. And then I did the dogs pooping. Loved it. Loved it. Oh no, it's Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Can't think of his name right now. Loved him. Really good. Really good villain. Yeah. No, Kelly was awesome to talk to. Awesome to talk to. He has Terra Mystica, which I'm halfway tempted to ask him to bring. He says it's very heavy, and I did see it, and it is heavy, a heavy game, but I think I'd like to try it out. I was told by someone that is not my type of game, but I'd like to try it out. That's such a goofball. Well, I mean, to be a Braves fan in the '80s means you got, punched in the stomach a billion times. So that was pretty bad. And I actually like the powder blue and the chieftain look. I thought it was really good. What was the chieftain's name? They got rid of him, but it looked really awesome. Yeah, I was playing. Oh man, the Mets in 2000, and then again in 2015. Just couldn't pull it off. And I thought for sure we were going to get in 2015. I could have bet anything. And now we just suck. I mean, neither one. but Red Bull. A Monster just tastes awful. I used to drink Red Bull back in the day. I just don't like it anymore. But I hate Monsters. Monsters taste just like watered down garbage. If you ever want to relive the moment you never saw and your dad did, I have it all on DVD. I've watched them. I've watched all the games twice, win or lose. In fact, oh no, I was supposed to have Scott over next time. There are no Mets fans that live around me, but I would definitely watch the entire World Series again with someone who's a Mets fan. No, I didn't see it. I did not see it. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. Yeah, did I not say the wrong one? Alan Dean Foster. What was it? Grammett? Was it Grammett? He had a weird title, but it was Grammett. I want to say. Hold on, let me look it up. Split in the Mind's Eye. What was that person's name? Plot summary. Grammel. Grammel. Captain Supervisor Grammel. Yeah, he was pretty cool. Is there no picture of him? There is a picture of him. Yeah, he was an interesting villain. Did you see that documentary? I can't remember what it was. It came out a few years ago about him. Like Finding Steve Bartman or something like that. Trying to see where he was now, years later. Um, yeah, but yeah, so interesting. So interesting. God, talking more baseball here. Yeah, I never get to talk to Dylan anymore from Twin Sons. He's always busy with work. But I miss him because we used to talk baseball all the time. Of course, the Mets are playing, I never talk about doing it. Never talk about it. Have ever played last? But no, I don't play many video games. It's a video game, right? I haven't played many video games. I just don't make the time for it anymore. The last games I played were the Arkham games, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, which I think are both great. I would love to play Arkham Knight, but I don't want to get a new engine for that. And I'm sure it's downloadable content on Steam now, but I'll just never play. I don't play many video games at all anymore. I have a modded Nintendo Mini, with all the games on it, and I don't even play that. And Mikey did that for me because I asked him to, and I played it for a little while. I think when the babies were born 2 years ago, I played it a little bit while I was on paternity leave, while I was watching them. Uh, I don't know why. Just don't. Video games aren't my thing anymore. I just know we got a quick and resounding no on that one. A quick and resounding no. Yeah, yeah. I've never. That's fine. I've never watched the new stuff, but I hear a lot of people like Andor. In fact, I did a podcast. Who was it? Benjamin loves Andor. I can't remember where that was. Saturday Morning Samplans. We talked about Andor, and we've talked about a lot of them because I know on Prince of the Universe, Wes and Benjamin came on to talk about Boba Fett, Mandalorian. I think Bruce has talked about Kenobi. I don't know if anyone's talked about Ahsoka. I don't know, but if they want to talk about new canon, they can. They just won't get much out of me because I don't watch the new stuff. But I don't mind if anyone does. It's just not for me. Yeah, yeah, they did. Great, it's awesome. I am. I am. I am a board game guy. Like I said, I played video games back in the day, but when my wife and I got married, the Xbox was also a DVD player, right? And so my sister-in-law came over. They were kids back then. They were in high school when we got married. And as kids, she's watching a DVD, fell asleep, left it on. overnight. I woke up the next morning, went to work, didn't even realize it was on, and she left and it stayed on all day. So over 24 hours, got the red ring of death on it. I was pissed. And at the time I couldn't afford another one. And so, me and my wife agreed we'd get one for Christmas as a Christmas present. But in that time, I was weaned off video games, and that was when I found Zombies, the board game. Because I was working as a DJ at a country station. I hate country. I was working at a DJ. I was a DJ. I was doing a morning show, and we were talking about. It may have been October, and we were talking about crazy games and stuff to play. And he said, "Zombies, the board game." Is I was like, and we went to a commercial break. He said, "Is there really a zombies game like that?" He went, "Yeah." He said, "I have it." I went, "You come over to the house, let's play." And we did. And I was like, "This is awesome." And I bought that and all the expansions. At the time, they only had 9 expansions for it. And I loved that game. And I played it all. Or no, they had 8 expansions for it. And the 9th one was coming out. And I loved the game. And then I started playing a bunch of other ones. I think Formula D was the next one I got. And then after that, someone brought over Firefly. Zach, actually. I've known him forever. He and his brand new wife bought Firefly, and he said, "I don't know how to play this. Let's bring it to Matt." And I showed him how to play it, and I was like, "Man, that was a good game too." And Zach actually backed the Firefly all in too. So we both got it, and I've played it. He hasn't yet. Oh, hey, did you get your did you inquire about your Firefly package? Bernardo was on a stream with me earlier that no one watched. But he just realized he didn't have his Firefly package yet. No, has that ended? I heard it was good. Yeah, I only got it once, and that was her fault, and I was pissed. And we couldn't afford one back then because I used to work for DirecTV, and for 1 year when the recession happened in 2010, I think. They shuttered. I lost my job. We couldn't find work, and I was working like, man, I was an insurance salesman. I was a radio. I did radio in the morning. Did the radio show in the morning. I sold radio commercials in my spare time. Sold insurance later on at the same time I was doing the radio show, and then went to work for um a tax accountant too. And so I was kind of juggling between all 3 of those, and quickly left the insurance one. Even though at my third month there, I got top 10 salesman. It never happened before, and I was number 10 in the nation. And he said they've never had anyone in the 90-day trial to get in the top 10. But I was just selling because we had to make money somehow. We had to make money. So I was desperate. So I was really hitting hard. And I remember he pulled me into the office, and I'd already found a job with my company I'm with now. And I was about to turn in my 2 weeks. And he was so happy, so happy. And then he said, "I'm buying you breakfast." And I went, "Well, I need to talk to you before you do that." He went, "Nope, buy me breakfast. I'm buying you breakfast." So I bought him breakfast, and we sat there, and he was telling me how he closed the door. He said, "Hey, look, I just talked to upper management. We're going to make you a manager. I can't do that until after your 90 days are up." He said, "But," he said, "you're going to be a manager. You're going to be a manager. I knew it from the moment I hired you to be great." He said, "Corporate is shocked that you've only been here less than 90 days." He said, "You're incredible. We got to put you in on a manage a team, and you're going to manage a team, and you're going to start making money." And I said, "I'm turning in my 2 weeks." He went, "Hold on." And he got every manager in there to talk to me. They said, "Son, don't leave. We're going to take care of you. You're going to make money. I promise you." Like one person said, "If you do not make X amount, I will give you some of my salary." I mean, they were like hardcore trying to keep me. And Mr. Ray was his name. And I know Mr. Ray broke his heart. He was like, "Is there anything I can do?" He said, "They will not let me promote you right now. You're under your 90 days. Maybe I still had a month." He said, "I will do anything." He said, I'm not making a lie. Once you hit your 90 days, you go to manager training." He said, "Is a 6 whatever week course." He went, "We're going to take care of you. You're going to be okay. We'll take care of you. We make money for that family." He said, "Just stay." And I mean, that's when everyone started coming in. "I'll help out. I'll help you out. I'll help get some sales." I think that's what he said. He wasn't going to give me a salary. He said, "I'll help you make some sales if you need to keep making money." I was like, guys, I'm sorry. I can't live like this. So, but he always said the door's always open, though, if I ever wanted to come back. And one day I went back to say hello, and she shuffled me in there, and it was during a management meeting. They're like, "You're coming back?" And I went, "No, I just want to say, how's it going, Mr. Ray?" I said, "Did I walk in on a sales meeting?" They said, "Yes, but please sit down." And I was like, "Oh no," because they really wanted me. And I remember the radio station was fine because I was basically I may have been all on the way out. No, 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 because I still did it. They still kept me on. I used to come in late at my new job because I would still do the show. So I got a flex schedule for that. And then the tax accountant was really upset because he couldn't hire me full time, but he wanted to because he was just a really good guy. But he because I worked hard, I wanted to make money and I wanted to earn a keep. And this guy, I gave him my tax return because I needed the tax return in because I was out of a job. And when he said, "What do you do for work?" I said, "Nothing. That's why I need this tax return as fast as you can because I need to pay my mortgage." He went, "You want to work for me?" And I thought he was kidding. I was like, "Dude, I'm coming to you for taxes." He went, "Oh, this is easy. I'll teach you how to run tax." And now I do my own taxes. He taught me. And I handled all the easy, easy ones. And he handled the more complicated ones. And he's right, super easy. I read the tax code and got updated with it and learned tips from him. And he was hilarious to work with. And in the off season, I organized his whole debt filing system, and he was blown away because he had boxes all down the hallway. I said, "Can I?" Because he didn't know what he wanted me to stay around the office, but he didn't have work for me. But then he had an assistant who was supposed to do that, but she was old and he didn't have the heart to fire her. And he was promising me, he said, "If you can hold on," he said, "I'm begging her to retire." He said, "But I can't," he said, "I can't fire her. I can't fire her. She's been with us for, my old partner died and he hired her and she's been with us for like 30 years and she's old as dirt. She doesn't do nothing, but she won't retire." He said, "I'm trying to get rid of her." And he kept begging me just to hold on, hold on. He'll give me that full time position. And I said, "Well," I said, "I got to go. I'll work for you. I'll see about working for you during the busy season. We'll see if I can work out a schedule with my new job." And I found out I was going to be working nights at my job. Our job used to be 24/7, and so I was going to be on the night shift. And I said, "Hey, I can work for you in the mornings now." And but then my first day at work, they shifted me to day shift because they liked me so much they wanted me to come day. I was like, okay. And then I had to go tell him that I couldn't work for him. So I went by. It was October 17th, and that morning he had died of a heart attack. Craziest thing. I thought he slept in. I was gonna make fun of him because I was like, "What is he doing? This 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, this joker's not here." He's sleeping because sometimes he would sleep in because he'd forget to set his alarm, but he'd sleep till 9 and wake up and rush in at 9 or something. I'd be making fun of him. But because he'd forget to, he said, "Oh, blankety blank alarm, didn't set it. So stupid," and he'd do that every once in a while. But no, he passed away. And I went to his funeral, and they even told me that, I said, "Dad, really?" And whenever I see his son still stops me and says hello and always says, "Dad always loved you." So yeah. So I missed him. He was a good guy, but I taught a lot there. Been an interesting life. Jeez, I've been rambling for way too long here. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, and, I got the big box now, so it's really awesome, and if you got a hold of all the expansions, I'm in Zombies 13, I'm on the motorcycle shooting a gun, and my wife is in Vegas, the Las Vegas Zombies one. She's holding the baby twins, and then the girls are in Museum of Weird. Piper and Meridian they're like zombie twins. They took the picture when they were like 3 years old, and it took 2 years, or no, 2 years old. It took what, 2 years to come out. So I don't think they remember taking the picture. But that Kickstarter took forever to come out. So they're like 4 when it came out. And I was like, "Look, this is y'all," and you can still see it looks like them. But they're like, "Daddy, why are we drawn like that?" I said, "Baby, it's a zombie thing." So, but yeah, they're in the next one. So, and Carrie actually asked the creator actually asked me if she could put the girls in it. She was the one. I mean, I backed the tier for that, But she said, "Hey, did you back the tier for this?" Because she said, "I got an idea for your twin girls. If you did," I went, "No, but I will." In that case, she told me I didn't have to. I think, but I told my wife, I said, "I want to do," and my wife's like, "Yeah, I want my girls to be in a board game." But the next one that comes through, my wife wants my little babies, and I do kind of want my younger twins to be in the next one. But I want one too. I want one too. I want another card again. Bernardo has a card and Museum of Weird. Oh, right on. Well, thank you, Zachary. Appreciate that. I'll be at Legends Con in Dallas this March, next March. LegendsConOfficial.com. Yeah. Uh, let me see. Andre Dawson, Gary Carter. I want to say there's one other expo in the Hall of Fame, and then that's it, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Gary Carter, Andre Dawson. Neither one of them wanted to be expos. Gary Carter wanted to be as a Met, and Andre Dawson as a Cub. Maybe those were the only two. I want to say there was one other person, but I don't know who it would be. Maybe it's just two. Radio sales wasn't that tough because I was a DJ and they knew me. I could sell spots, and I sold spots for a talk show. And because I during Rush Limbaugh, we had like big long breaks, and so I sold someone 2 minutes worth of commercials back to back, and we called it the Financial Minute with Matt Wilkins. It was disguised as a show because contractually he couldn't pay for advertising, but he could pay to be on a show. He could, so contractually we got, and actually this dude, I still am friends with him, and I'm going to lunch with him next week. We're still friends today, but this is how we became friends. I sold him. I said, "Well, look, if you can't get a commercial," he said, "because if he said I want to do my own commercial, but the company won't let me unless I do a show. Then I can say whatever I want." I said, "We'll call it the Matt Financial Minute with Matt Wilkins, and you'll be my special guest every week, and we'll run you during Limbaugh." And for a while, people thought that was a real show. They didn't know it was because we recorded like different episodes. We recorded 30 episodes because it came on every day. So we'd record like tons, and we just sit there in the studio, and he wrote out like however many 20, 25 topics for the month. We'd record once a month, and we record them all like we did this 1 minute show. It was a 2 minute show, but we called I thought the Financial Minute had a nice ring to it. So we called it the Financial Minute, where he'd give some advice and go, "Okay, great." And maybe I'd ask a question or two, but it wasn't really that. But people remember me from that show. And the talk show guy, the big local talk show guy, offered me a job to work with him at a time. Not because I was on that little show, but just because he and I became friends. And I didn't work for him. I didn't go to work for him just because it wasn't that much money. I mean, he was really nice to offer that, but it just wasn't that much money. But radio sales for me wasn't that hard, but it didn't bring in that much income for me either because I didn't have much time in between stuff. And then insurance sales made more money. So then I stopped doing radio sales unless it was some other stuff. I tried to then Bob, who ran the station, put me in charge of getting, because we did quid pro pro stuff, like you give us free stuff, we'll give you free advertising, and people had not used their free advertising, and so he switched me, and he just paid me regular minimum wage just to try to get these commercial the IOUs off the books. He didn't want to owe anyone commercials. He said, "Just tell them it's a free commercial. We still owe them, and tell them just to." Well, he said, "I want to get these commercials out. I want to get these off the books. I don't want to have any freebies anymore." So, or not that much. He didn't want to have a big bank of freebies. Because if you cash them in at the same time, it takes up too much airspace and they don't make any money. So he wanted me to, my goal was every week to get like two or three of them in, or and close some accounts, free accounts, and I did that. And one of them was I did collections too. We had someone who was like a year and a half. No, they were 6 months behind, and they didn't realize it. and we had frozen their account, and they thought we were still playing commercials, and they kept paying me a monthly thing, and I got half the money back. And then she goes, and when she paid me, or she was paying me because she was 3 months behind, she went, "Hey," she said, I don't. She's like, it's funny. She's like, "Which commercial are y'all running?" And I went, I said, "The last commercial you recorded was the one that was running," is what I said. She went, "Oh, we need to re-record." She went, I said, "Okay." I said, "Well," I said, "Your account." No, she was 2 months left behind. I said, "Your account is like 2 months behind." She went, "Oh, it is? They didn't pay you last month?" I went, "They didn't pay up. They were 2 months last month." I lied. They were 3 months, but we haven't been running any commercials, so they're catching up every month. She went, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that. So we owe you 2 months worth?" I went, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we can re-record." And so I got the 2 months worth. I went, "All right, let me know." And I never showed back up because I got the money and we closed out the account. And they forgot to come by. But they didn't even know we weren't running commercials with them for months. That was funny because I mean, I remember Bob going, "Dang, you got the money from her?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're doing great, man." Because I was, and there was another account that the guy was pissed. He goes, "You guys keep coming in here. You screwed me. I'm not paying you for that last month." And then I remember I walked back in there and I said, we'll give you, because I had free commercial time on there for something. I said, "I'll give you free I said, "Tell you what, we'll start over. You pay me back and I'll give you a month's worth on this show." Because I had the time blocks set up. And he said, "Deal." And he wrote me a check for the money he owed me, and I did the commercial like he wanted. But I can't remember what I got that for, but I got some free. I had some airtime owed me for something I did. And so I gave him my free airtime, didn't tell him that, but gave him my free airtime just to get his money to close out the account. So didn't have to arm wrestle anyone to give them their money. Closing out the accounts. That was actually really fun. Dang, I hope you get it. They're a good company. I'm sure they'll get to you. Hmm. Man, how okay. Oh wow. Did you see the I can't remember what it's called, but Nolan Ryan has a documentary out. It came out like 2 years ago or something. It's really good. What am I show what? What am I forgot what we're talking about. Tactical Eagle, tell me again. I'm sorry. Oh wow. Hello, Gainsfreak. How are you? 3 hours of me just rambling. Is Andres Galarraga, is he the other one? You could be right on that. I don't remember. I want to say there were three. Well, the one, oh, I know Savannah. A friend that lives out there. That's a nice town you got. No, right now that it's yearly. Well, it didn't happen this year, but it's happening next year. Last year it was in Burbank. This year it's in Dallas, but Dallas is a usually a cheap ticket. You know, Atlanta, Dallas would be a super cheap ticket, but it's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to have a lot of EU authors. Legendsconofficial.com. Legendsconofficial.com. I drank an energy drink way too late. I was stupid. I am feeling a little tired now. Oh, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. We need to pick a night. Hey, Lance. Lance is in the Dallas area. I'll be talking to him a lot as the months lead up to Legends Con. Okay. All right. Thank you. I haven't heard. What's he doing illegal with SE? He told Lucasfilm about it, and they're fine with it. I don't know what he's doing illegal. I don't know. I don't know. He retired as a Rocky. Yeah, but is he in the Hall of Fame? Hold on. Wait. Alexa. Which Alexa? Did they unplug Alexa? Dadgummit. Alexa, 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 Alexa. What's going on here? Is it plugged in? Alexa. You're even plugged in. Alexa. Alexa. What the heck? Did this thing just die on me? I was going to ask Alexa who. God bless America. This thing's dead. Alexa, it died on me. Have you ever had a. Oh, I probably shouldn't start saying that. Y'all probably have echoes. No, it's not dead. Alexa, which baseball players? Oh, that's going to be a while. Never mind. I'll look it up later. Is Tim Raines an Expo? I do have a Discord. I don't use it that much. I only use it for something on board games. I'm a Twilight Imperium fan, so I check that like twice a year. I don't use Discord that much. The YouTube's the main channel that I use to talk to people. No Facebook, no X, no nothing. I'm old. I've never played them. I've read them through. I've never played them. Another thing we were talking about was doing like a role playing night at Legends Con. That would be fun, but that would be kind of time consuming. So I don't know, but it'd be fun. Yeah, there you go. A lot of people loved it. Yeah, Zachary, I'm glad you're finding a lot of people. Alexa, which baseball players were inducted to the Hall of Fame as Expos?
There are 3 baseball players who were inducted to the Hall of Fame as Expos.
Here we go.
They are Gary Carter, Andre Dawson, and Tim Raines.
You got it right. It's Tim Raines. Rock Raines. When your name is Rock and you're addicted to crack cocaine. Yeah, who didn't see that coming? All right, awesome. Yeah, here. Yeah, legendsofficial.com. Let's go there. I'll do this, then I'll go. Oh, geez. Just copy and paste it in your browser. It should pop up. I don't know what we're talking about there. I'm sorry, Lance. Hold on. Let me. Dadgummit. Where is it? Here. There it is. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Here's who all is going to be there right now. They're going to get more as the months go on. Kevin J. Anderson, Troy Denning, 2 of my favorite authors. Dan Wallace, who does a lot of the source books, so I can't wait to meet him. Shannon Lynn McRandall, who was Mara J for some of the covers, comics, cards, and stuff like that. She played Mara J. Really big fan of the EU. John Whitman, who did the excellent Galaxy of Fear series, I cannot wait to meet him. And then Joe Bongiorno, who did a lot of articles for Star Wars Gamer, StarWars.com, Star Wars Insider, I believe he may have done a few. And he brought out his unpublished Supernatural Encounters, which is the Silmarillion of Star Wars. You know, it's mainly a telling of tales instead of a story. It's more like I don't want to say history book, kind of like a history book in a way, but really good, going to all the weird and unexplored and ancient, beings that, basically kind of like celestials and whatnot before Star Wars, like the very first age of the universe and stuff, wild stuff, but stuff that's been mentioned in Marvel comic books and West End games. He takes all the weird and whatnot and streamlines it pretty nice. But you have to be a pretty deep EU fan to love that. But a lot of people do, and I do as well. But I mean, it's not for everyone. I said that in my review, but it's really good. But anyway, good lineup here. Where we got March 15th and 16th, 2025. And it says Arlington, but that's basically University of Texas is right there in Dallas. And Request a vendor application. Let's see. Whoa. Hold on. I don't want to do it now. Interesting. Okay. Do they have events? Shall commence on. View event. Oh, they need to work on their events. I'll host something, either official or unofficial. Did I close out everything? Maybe so. All right, where was I? Oh my gosh. Do I have your phone number? And I don't know what Joe did illegal. Yeah. Yeah. He's a great guy. We'll give him an autograph book. Yeah, Kevin G. Anderson, his relationship was his Bantam and not with Del Rey, which was very, not strange. Certain certain authors and publishers have relationships that they don't at other publishers. It's just the case. His relationship with Bantam was really strong. His relationship with Del Rey, I'm guessing, not as strong. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. I am going to end it because it is late, so I got to try to get to bed. I was up very early today, so maybe I can get to bed. Yeah, no, absolutely. I didn't know if I had it or not. It's fine. We'll get it, and like I said, we get closer to Legends Con. I do want to have it just so we can meet up and talk. And Lance knows the areas and everything, so I was thinking, Lance, if the convention center or the campus has a place we can just kind of meet, freely. A restaurant would be a little tricky because you have to make sure everyone has a ride, and then plus, I mean, I would imagine a ton of people would be going. You know, I said 100 at a party, but maybe 50 or something. That'd be a little too much for a restaurant. But a location where a good many of us could gather around, just hang out and have fun. Because I know that's going to happen after the con closes every night. I mean, obviously, I do want to do lunch with Joe, or dinner with Joe or something. But I may get that before the con or whatnot. But I definitely would love to just hang out with people every night. I think that'd be so much fun. So much fun. I love it. That you demand, Zach. I love that trilogy. The video game, that only because I didn't play the video game. The comic book is excellent. It's one of the best comic books out there. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go. That's it. That's it. Gotta go. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Been fun. Thank you. Don't get to do this that much, but like I said, thanks to the Ghost Energy drink, I was able to. But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now. So yeah, legendsconofficial.com. Check it out. Get tickets now. I'm gonna be there. I don't get paid. I'm not a paid advertiser. I just want to meet everyone. I just figure this is the one time I'm going to get to meet everyone, and this is going to be great. It's going to be great. The guest list is going to be better as it comes out. They're supposed to announce someone very soon. I don't know what that means, but very soon. And I don't know who it is. I do not know. And but either way, I just want to meet everyone and hang out with everyone because I think that'd be super fun. All right, folks, that's it. See you later. Have a good night. Bye bye.